Okay, what's up, boys? Um, I need a couple minutes, at least 5 6 minutes, to manually punch in the StreamYard, and we're supposed to have, if I remember correctly, Deon Daniely or Deon Daniely, aka the Mgtow Bandit, and also Richard Teale. I've spoken with both of them, and if even one of them comes in, this will be a success. And if they don't come in, then I'm just going to let in whoever, and we can chop it up. All right, give me a second to post this StreamYard link. Let's see. General Kinetics. What's up? How are you? Good to see you, Oki. Saifu. Hey, what's up, Saifu? I just spoke with you yesterday or 2 days ago. Indy. Sage. Mgtow Outlaw. Good to see you, bro. All right, let's see here. Post a comment. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, HTTP S colon backslash StreamYard StreamYard.com backslash UH number 2 SE 59 AAE. Let's hope that works. I'm assuming it will. No wrenches tonight, cowboy. Yeah, you know what? Outlaw? This is gonna sound really juvenile and amateur, but I don't really know how to set people as wrenches yet. I suppose probably very soon. See. Here's the problem. I put all my, I do everything through my phone, even though like I have like this brand new gaming computer. I do everything through my phone. My understanding is that if I want to allow people to be wrenches or moderators, I have to do it through a computer. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure eventually I will. I'll start awarding people. These wrenches. I could use a couple of them. So let's see. Again, I'm waiting on. I am waiting on Deon Daniely, commonly known as, or AKA the Mgtow Bandit, and I'm also waiting on Richard Teale. I'll wait on them for 5 or 10 minutes. If they don't show up, then I will just let in whoever. So, and let's see here. Let's see. Let me stroll through some of these comments here. See who's here. Oh, Rebel. Hey, what's up, Rebel? What's up, man? I see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Mafagape Ape. Yeah, Indy. I see you, bro. Hey, brothers. Salute to the chat. Thank you very much for showing up. Just for fun, can someone do me a favor and click on the link? Okay, right. Okay, because I wanted to see if it works. Oh, Garuda Ghost, right? I spoke with you, Garuda. I see you. So apparently the link does work. Garuda, I'm going to let you in at least until one of these two designated interviewees shows up. So, and if, again, like I said, if they don't show up in 5 or 10 minutes, then I'm just going to throw it open. You know, I'm happy to have other people on. So, all right, I'm going to add Garuda Ghost. I'm going to add Garuda Ghost to the stream in 3, 2, 1. Let's hope that's successful.
Yo, Mgtow Cowboy, what's up, man?
Yeah, hey, what's up, Garuda? How's it going, bro? And then I have someone else. Who is this? Diamond?
Good, man.
It's Sifu.
Oh, it's Sifu. What's up, Sifu?
Man? Yo, guys, I just want to say hello to all my American Mgtow brothers. Greetings from the Netherlands, Western Europe, man. It's
greetings, brother.
It's Mgtow worldwide, you know.
Woohoo!
Yeah, right. Garuda, I forgot you were from the Netherlands.
Yeah, Holland, man. Hey, but
right.
I just couldn't see your live stream on your channel, man. I didn't got a notification, and yeah, I was wondering, where are you, man?
Oh yeah, no worries. You know what? It's totally my fault. See, here's the problem. It's deeply psychological. I don't know why I do this. Before I put on this live stream, I took a shower. I shaved. I don't know why I do this. I don't put myself on camera. I swept and mopped my apartment, did some laundry. I don't know why. It's like I do the same thing when I have company. Even if it's I don't know why I do this, but anyway, it makes me late. It was supposed to start at 10 promptly, and I don't even get started till 10:10 or 10:15. So I do apologize to all of you.
No, cool, man.
We good, brother. No, no problem. And believe me, that's something you need to do. You have to have good habits so you can move forward towards your destiny. It's like this week I've been real busy. Some of y'all seen my Monday live stream where I gave y'all the nickel tour of the man cave and the new furniture I built. And now, hell, I pushed so hard the last couple of days. Today, I'm in recovery mode. But I'm laying here in the bed and I look. It's like the floor is clean. All my dirty clothes are in the hamper. There's no plates or dirty food laying around in the room. Yeah, man. And don't let anybody try to shame you for doing domestic stuff. Yeah. You don't need to be married and have a woman doing all that shit. You can do it for yourself.
Yeah, true, Sifu. Like if you don't do it, then nobody else is gonna do it for you, man.
Right. Of course. I harken back to my Cub Scout and my Boy Scout days. They say to always be prepared. I don't know why I'm like that, but having the sense of being or feeling prepared gives me like a sense of confidence.
Definitely.
So, it's purely mental. It's purely mental. Let me give you another example. When I come home, I literally feel at ease when I open the door and everything is in order and there isn't garbage piled up and there aren't dishes in the sink and my bed is made. If I come home and my bed is not made, I feel like a dis-ease. Not that I'm diseased, like sick, but like I don't know. I just don't like it. And then I'll make my bed. And I feel better.
It's like a discomfort. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. It's a mental discomfort. Cleanliness is godliness. How about that?
I think the phrase is cleanliness is next to godliness. But yeah, man. I mean, come on now. If you have taken the red pill, you already know no one is gonna take care of you but you. Yeah,
Sure.
man. And
But
at least, Jordan Peterson, he's not on my A list, but he did say one thing that still resonates with me. When you get up in the morning, make your bed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, true. But Sifu, like, do you know how good it feels when I come home from work, and sometimes in my mind I say like, hello, honey, I'm home, and nobody is answering. Do you know how good that feels?
Well, I sure do. And even though I have a waifu, and for now she doesn't talk, hell yeah, it's nice to come in the room and see her sitting in the chair. And a waifu is a perfect combination of beauty, silence, and submission. So you can exercise your impulses without fear. I know some of y'all ain't ready to hear that conversation, but really, it's just part of the larger picture. Yeah, you don't have nobody messing with you. You don't have nobody barking orders or complaining the moment you open the door, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, true. And like, you know what it is, Sifu? Like, you always want to try to make your life as easy as possible. And if your life is easy, then you also will become happy.
So I'm waiting. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting on two other guys, but they're as of now they have not yet showed up. So Can I sort of formally interview the two of you?
Hold on, there's a third guy in your stream.
Right. I let him on, but he has not said anything as of yet. Is this Mgtow Values?
Yes, it is. I was just being polite, of course, you know. But
right.
Greetings, Values. Good to hear you, brother.
Yeah. Good to hear you always. Hope you're feeling good.
Hell yeah. You're living the life that I wanted to live before I got poor.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Away from America, in a nice place, and just chilling, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that, but
we good, man.
I made the choice a long time ago to be safe, and my God, it worked out for me. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, and I invite other men to look at all their options, not maybe the way I did it, but look at all your options. The world's a big place, and there's still places you can live well.
But Mgtow Cowboy, can I maybe ask you a really stupid and dumb question?
Yes, of course. Go ahead, shoot.
Yeah. I'm first of all, yeah, I apologize for not my best English, but sometimes you talk about waffling. Can you explain to me what is waffling? I mean, I know what a waffle is, but waffling. Yes. Yeah, sorry for my not the best English, guys, but what is waffling?
No, that's totally okay. Right. So among my best detractors, I am consistently accused of being a waffler. I actually did not know what that meant until I also asked them. Apparently, it means to talk a lot, to be overly talkative, to I don't know, to be full of hot air, to say many things, to talk a lot, but to say nothing. Sort of, I think, is what that means.
And I would add,
okay, I understand.
It also means that you're a flip flopper.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, means
your words will change depending on the audience.
Yeah,
that's like we have situation A and B, or rather, we have a situation, and you have responses A or B, and you jump back and forth depending on what you want your audience to hear.
And it's not just your audience.
What you're trying to say, I'm going to give you an example. Like, you are asking me a question. I am ignoring that question, and I'm just talking bullshit because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That is why.
Yes, that too.
Now I understand. Thanks, guys.
It sort of could be, but you say one thing one day and you say the opposite the next day. That's waffling, like a hypocrite, almost.
Okay, well, that actually adds some clarification. Well, then I guess I definitely am waffling because I thought it was one thing. Now I think it's another.
See? There you go. You can waffle on definitions. Excellent.
There you go. Well, can I possibly interview at least one of you three? I know I've contacted Saifu. I don't think I contacted you recently, although I've been speaking about you recently, like 2 days ago. You're familiar with Tico Tren, Mgtow in the Wind, Shermanation. They know of you. Yeah. We were speaking of you in one of those streams. But recently I'd spoken to Garuda Ghost, and I believe Mgtow Values. Didn't I reach out to you within the last couple of days asking to interview you?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah. So I was supposed to interview Deon Daniely, also known as what is it, the Mgtow Bandit. He has not yet shown up. And then also, what's his name? The second person is Richard Teale. I don't know if you guys remember Richard Teale's story, but I had also contacted him, and he said that he would be possibly available tonight. So neither of those two have shown up thus far. So if you guys want, I would be happy to interview you guys.
Yeah, ask me whatever you want, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, fine. Yeah, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, who wants to start? We can sort of do like a 5 minutes for each person. Can you guys introduce yourselves? Of course, within the community, many people, probably most people, know who you are. But for anyone who's new, if you guys can give maybe like a 2 or 3 minute summation of like who you are, where you're from. If there's anything you don't feel like sharing, of course, that's fine. And just talk about why do you call yourself a Mgtow? What experiences did you have that maybe brought you to what you would call the red pill, or this this community, this
damn,
online
man.
community.
All righty now. If no one's ready to jump up, I'll jump out here and tell you my story. Now, I grew up in Southern Tradcon culture, where the church was pretty much the central social gathering point for the community, and that affected me.
Hello?
Yeah, I think he died.
Together.
I'm still there, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sifu, for the last like 8 to 12 seconds, I don't think anyone could hear you. Your audio cut out. Can you repeat what you said starting about 10 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. My internet sucks. Sorry about that, folks.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
I was saying that despite being abused mentally and occasionally physically, I stayed in my marriage because that's what I saw when I was growing up. That you don't just kick your partner to the curb, you try to make it work. And I was married for 32 years, and she kicked me to the curb. And the trigger point was me not saying happy birthday to her early enough in the day. I mean, literally, about 7 p.m. on her birthday, we're in the car going somewhere, and she says, "You know this marriage is over, right?" Yeah, and I tell you, man.
Well, let me ask you some quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
If I can ask you some quick fire questions,
Sure.
and be as specific as you care to be. What part of the United States are you at? Like you said, I'm assuming the Rust Belt or like the South. Can you give us a state?
Oh no. Right now I'm living in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, great. Okay, but you were born and raised in like the South. I mean, when you said you were very religious, so I'm thinking like the South and like a smaller community maybe. Saifu, are you there?
Oh damn! Am I silent again?
For a second, it went out.
Okay. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, but both of my foster parents were from South Carolina.
Right. Okay. So foster parents. So I'm assuming then you were adopted.
No, not really. I started hearing the truth when I was in my 40s. I was actually stolen from my real family. And
My goodness.
yeah, and I still don't know all the details because, well, hell, everybody who really knows the truth is dead. But I have moved beyond that.
Okay. Well, that sort of leads me to my next question. How old are you?
I am 66.
Oh wow. Okay. What sort of work did you do?
Let's see. I was in the Marines for a while and drifted a bit, but then I became an electrician, and I did that for like 35 years before I retired.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, my father was a Marine. That's awesome. Where did you go to boot camp? 29 Palms?
No. Paris Island.
Paris Island. Okay, very good. Okay, cool. How long were you in the Marines? Did you do just one tour? Or?
6 years.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes. I have a biological daughter and an adopted son.
I see. Okay, very good. So how, if I may ask you, when did you get married and when did you get divorced? How long was your marriage? What was the duration of your marriage?
Well, let's see. I'll give you the quick version. I encountered my ex-wife at the Mormon church on Memorial Day, and we got married on the 4th of July the same year.
Okay.
But
So how many?
you know,
How many years were you married?
we were married for 32 years.
Wow, that's really really long. Okay.
Yeah, man, and I tell you, it was so hard on my psyche having to adjust after getting kicked to the curb like that, because I was what they call a educated lame or a nerd back in the day, and
Okay.
and I'm black, and other black people kicked me to the curb because I did not want to engage in thug culture.
Sure. Right. The second you referred to yourself as an educated lame, that sort of made me think that you might be black. That's a term very popular in the black community when they basically want to declare that they're not a hoodlum.
Exactly, and yes, and we're talking in the early 70s. This happened to
Sure.
me. So y'all are thinking this is a recent phenomenon. Oh no, it's not, man. All the shit you see
Also,
going on now with the women using the police for proxy violence, the
yes.
physical and mental abuse. I saw that in the black community when I was a kid.
Yes, right. We, of course, within the Mgtow community, we're very cognizant of that. That's very well put. Women bring violence to men by proxy, right, using the police. And from my
Mhm.
understanding is that was sort of this prototype. How can I put it? This prototype, this type of behavior was rolled out using the black community in America. Now it's widespread among the whites, the blacks, and the Mexicans, or you could say Hispanics.
Yes,
Yeah, it was a pilot project in the '60s. A pilot project.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You can call it a pilot program if you want. Sure, a canary in the coal mine, whatever you want to call it. Saifu, is it true you have some sort of beef with True Shermanation, and is
Wait,
it
what?
true is it true you dress up as a ninja or uh, a Ronin or something?
All
You make-
right. First of all, I got no beef with True Sherm at all. Oh hell
Okay.
no! Anybody spreading that around, they're a damn liar. I got
No.
zero
I think
issues with him.
I got a
no,
problem with them.
I think he likes you, but he was talking to me about you, and I think he had mentioned something like that. It must have been in jest. It must have been in jest. I'm not trying to spread any rumors. So again, I was on his stream the other day.
Although it is true, I have studied ninjutsu, and stealth is one of the skills that I still have. I mean, I can walk around the house and nobody will hear me.
Okay, so you're as quiet as a mouse then.
That sounds cool, man. Ninjitsu is a deadly sport, man. Cool, man.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, right. Seems like
Mgtow,
right
that
now
was
he's about as quiet as you can be.
Where's
Yeah. So after my divorce, I just drifted for years. I didn't have any focus, and for over a year, I deactivated the Facebook account under my real name, and embraced the Sifu Black Irish character because it seemed like nobody really wanted to be friends or even try to understand the real me.
When you say Sifu, isn't that like some sort of like East Asian
Yes.
teacher or like guru or
Yes, that is what it is. Sifu is from the Thai language for teacher.
teacher?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay,
Shifu, can I ask how many years you did ninjitsu?
Oh, let's see. Damn. I started, geez, maybe, see, I was still living in New Mexico then. Geez, it's probably been 30 years since I started.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, because like me myself, I did kickboxing for about 4 years, but I know damn sure you will probably knock me out in the first round or maybe the second round.
Well, that's what a lot of people don't know, man. I've studied multiple disciplines, everything from ninjutsu to mas oyama, hardcore karate, to Indonesian karate.
So actually, yeah,
Okay.
you can consider yourself as an MMA fighter.
There's that silent
Sifu,
ninja thing again.
yeah, right. No, he's in and out. I'm serious. He's like Batman.
Yeah, you're in and out type.
Okay, Sifu, I see that you've come back. Sifu, I want to direct a couple more questions, maybe 2 or 3 more questions to you, and then go around the table or go around
Okay.
the group. Can you please share with us? And again, you don't feel like comfortable sharing. You don't have to. You can omit any details. But if you feel like talking about it, you're totally welcome. And I appreciate when people do. Can you talk about the deterioration of your marriage? Did your wife cheat on you? Do you have like if you will, a coming to Mgtow moment, a moment when you realize like, wow, this is not working out?
I felt like saying I'm going to divorce you many times, but I had been so heavily programmed to be blue-pilled and traditional that I stayed. It's like, I'd say maybe if things were pretty good for about the first 10 years, and after that, it started going downhill.
Can you think of any definitive moments? Were there any physical altercations, any cheating going on, anything like that?
Let's see. We both cheated. Now I did once or twice, and she admitted to doing it once. It may have been more, but I don't know.
Okay.
But as far as the abuse goes, oh yeah, I got a frying pan upside my head once, and
Okay.
I only actually touched her with anger 2 times, and both times it was to separate myself from her attacking me.
Right. I understand that. Essentially, she initiated the violence, and then you use force, if you will, to get her off of you or to push her away.
Yeah. And the worst part was, I started to see this pattern of abuse, and talking did not work because more than once she would press in my emotional button to break me down, and then laugh at me or say, "Your tears mean nothing," after she broke me down. So I would just start to leave, and she would still be mad. I mean, the most famous one was, we had an altercation and I left, and she blew up my phone with nasty ass text messages, and I never looked at them because after she's calmed down, it's like, I didn't mean what I said, blah blah blah. But I showed one of my friends the text, and it's like, oh geez, she's nasty and brutal. Yeah.
Great.
So,
Great. Okay. Mgtow values or Garuda Ghost. You have any questions for Sifu? Anything you want to add?
I want to say one small thing to Sifu. You talked about Indonesian karate. I think you are probably meaning pencak silat, right?
Could be.
Yeah,
My teacher didn't really give me a lot of details on where it came from, but I know it emphasizes keeping your balance in a very low stance.
Yeah, I think you mean that because the funny thing is, yeah, me myself, my ethnic background, I am Indonesian myself. So I think you probably mean, yeah, pensak silat.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, but cool, yeah, cool, man.
So, like I was saying, I drifted for a long time. I didn't really know who I was. But when I discovered the red pill, it was a real revelation. Now, there I am at work. Now, I worked for a locomotive manufacturer. And even though I had already been an electrician for 20 years, I had to run like Alice in Wonderland, running as hard as you can just to stay in the same place. And there, one of my friends, do y'all know Mr. Elite or Red Pill Elite? He's not on YouTube anymore. He hangs out on TikTok. But
Sure.
almost in passing, I mean, literally, he's another black guy, and he was walking by me, and he kind of said, "Mgtow is the only way," and I'm like, "Wait, what? What the hell is that?" So I started investigating, and I went deep down the rabbit hole. I was listening to 12 hours of content a day.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'm sorry if I may interrupt you. Do I understand you correctly? You met Red Mr. Red. I'm sorry, is it Red Pill? Red Pill Elite? You met him in person? Sifu? Sifu, you seem to be in and out. Okay, there you are again. You there?
Yeah, yes, I am. Yeah,
Okay.
back in the day, we used to do live streams together.
That I did not know. No, I just learned something new every day.
Oh yeah, man. And I tell you, those of y'all that are really curious about my journey, you can see the whole thing on my YouTube channel. It is Seafood Black Irish Ebony Diamond.
Actually, that's a very good last question.
Excuse me, not Ebony Diamond, Diamond Jedi. I called myself Ebony a while ago because the black pill was at the top of my mind. But now the red pill is back, and that's why I changed my name.
Okay. Okay. That's a very good last question, if I may ask you before moving on. You make content. How many videos do you have? I've never looked at any of your content yet.
Almost 300.
You have almost 300 videos.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Okay. What would you say the central theme of your channel is? Probably Mgtow related or Black Pill?
Just my continuing journey towards enlightenment. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, whenever I had a mental breakthrough and turned the corner, I would change my channel name.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. Mgtow Values. Can I do a little mini interview with you right now?
Oh, sure. Sounds good.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you can please step up to the plate and sort of the same line of questioning, like who, what, when, where, why. Imagine that half the people in this stream have never heard of you yet. Tell them a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what brought you to Mgtow, were you married, how many times did you end up in state or federal penitentiaries, cheating, alimony, palimony, anything you care to share.
It's not going to be at all that kind of story. I've lived a very different life. Maybe it's best if we go back to the year 2001, when the term Mgtow was put out there by Zed and Ragnar and Solaris. And so what was happening in 2001 in my life was that for about the last 20 years, I had been living the Mgtow lifestyle. In 1982, I just stopped dating. I stopped chasing women. And I was doing it for the reasons that Mgtow stated in 2001 and still state today. then I would have lost custody of my kids. I saw that happening in my family. I would have lost my resources. And I just said, I'm not going to have that happen. I don't think I could live with that happening. So I did not engage. And so in my 20s and early 30s, I did not do that. I did a lot of other things, went to university and got 10 years, 3 degrees, and traveled the world and traveled around North America. Had a great life. In fact, my life was really great. And I just avoided women. I was smart and a bit lucky. It did happen. Yes, who the hell is Mgtow Values? Thanks, Mgtow Smurf. So that was my life. And when I read what they had written about Mgtow, and I discovered Mgtow maybe 2016, and I went back and I read what they had written in 2001. They wrote my life story, and they had said, basically everything I did. And then I had left the West in 1997, 1998. I left the West. I finished my master's degree, and I said, there isn't anything for me in the West. So I just left. I'd been around the world once already and decided to go around again. And then I stumbled across a country. I went through, 10 countries and landed in this one and did a quid pro quo with a woman. She got pregnant. I married her. Now I've got 4 kids and I'm living in Southeast Asia. And that's it. I got a job. I got a career. I got a profession. And I do basically whatever I want to do. I just completed a treatise on metaphysics and ontology, and I may be not wealthy in absolute terms, but in the country I'm in, I currently, it'd be nice to have a simple life, but I got 5 men working for me today that I got to oversee. Plus, my family and everything. I have the mother of my children is here watching over the children, and I do what I like. So, I'm just going to say this was a possibility for Mgtow. It was written in 2001, and I think it's a possibility today. Not the way I did it. I'm not recommending that at all. I think I'm the very last who could do it this way, but there's other ways to do it in the country I'm in and in other countries. And if you get some skills, if you get some money, keep your resources in multiple jurisdictions, you can have anything you want. And I want to say, people think I'm a problem, but Mgtow is not a father's rights club, and it's not a divorced men's club, and it's not this. These men are in it, and they're welcome, and they're smart because they know what's going on. Somehow I knew what was going on back in the 1980s. And I'm not the only one. I meet men here where I am, and they left the West for the same reasons. Not all of them, but about half the men I meet here in my circle, they are Mgtow. And about half of them,
if I may interrupt you, is there a significant, or is there a large expat community in the country in which you reside?
No, I'm not going to say it's large at all. No.
Okay.
So, it's about 20 men that I have, reasonably often dealings with. And about half of them, I'm going to say, left the West because of the nature of women and because of the nature of the system. They felt they could not, have a decent life there. So they got out and they're having a decent life here, all but one of them. And one of them that fucked up, he fucked up, and most of the problem was him. So, but otherwise, no, these men are having a great life. And despite the recent trials and tribulations that we all face, they were having a great life. Still are.
Okay. Another question. Why do you hate women, and who hurt you?
Never. I just knew that the legal system was just destroying men's lives. I remember around the dinner table hearing, "Take him for everything he's worth," around the dinner table at my family's dinner. And this was going on all around me, and I saw good men falling, professional men, smart men losing. And I said, my God, I can't even imagine this. And so, no, I was never hurt. And it's just I realized that it was a danger that women in Canada, I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada, and women were dangerous because they had this power, and I refused to put myself under there. Somehow I saw it. I got smart, lucky smart.
Sure. Well, maybe it was a combination of lucky and smart.
Yes, it definitely was. I got lucky a couple of times. You know, I lived the monk lifestyle. I was a monk, but you know, it was 15 years in the West. So
could you imagine if you maybe, you know, mistakes made in youth, if you were in your 20s or maybe early 30s and you had met a pretty girl and
I'm dead. That's what I imagine. I'm dead. I'm a dead man.
And one thing leads to another. The next thing you know, she's pregnant. Can you imagine the different direction your lifestyle would have taken?
I run through that every day almost when I wake up and I realize there's men out there like me. Don't do it, men. I'd be dead. I'm not like other men. I'm not strong like other men. I'm maybe strong in other ways. No, I'd be dead. So you're talking to a dead man walking. So, you know, not that these guys in 2001 wrote the book on me. They wrote the book sort of on men like me and themselves. And I'm the one who got away. I'm one of the ones who got away. And, you know, where I am, I believe I'm safe. They may change the laws. They tried, but it didn't work. And anyway, I'm at the very end. I've only got one kid who's still a kid. And the rest are adults. I made it out.
So it's fair to say you're one of the lucky few who maybe who was able to jump out of a boat back into the lake.
Yeah, the lucky few at my age, but not the lucky few in Mgtow, because I see out there young men. I see lots of young men doing smart things, and they're just normal men like I was. I see that now. I was just a normal man in an extraordinary time that I saw and not many other men saw. But now all the young men are seeing it. And I just want to make sure that those young men know you're just normal men in an extremely abnormal time, a crazy time, a dangerous time. So you don't have to do it. You handle your biology however you have to, right? You rub it out whenever you need to. Just stay safe. And, you know, they ramp it up. They ramp up this biology to entrap men. I see that more clearly. And they tried it with me. Somehow I got away, you know. It wasn't a super hard feat, but it was hard enough. I was going against everyone almost I knew. And there was no Mgtow, there was no men's rights activists, there was nothing. But I managed to get out.
I was going to say, you had some very, very early players. Do you remember people like Angry Harry?
I never heard of Angry Harry. I never heard of anything like that. I went back and I found Angry Harry. I made a video or two about him. And
yeah, that was as far back as like the late 90s.
How about the fella Angry Madman? Anybody remember him?
Yeah, Angry Mgtow. I liked him when I first came into Mgtow, but you know he wasn't early. He wasn't one of the first ones, and but Angry Harry certainly was. Warren Farrell, you know, in the MRA. I never heard of the MRA. By the time I left the West, I never even heard of men's rights activists.
Sure. You know, I wanted to add to what you said a couple minutes ago. You know, I consider myself smarter than the average bear, if you will. But you know, I remember, especially when I was younger, especially in my college days, I was very, I don't want to say lascivious or licentious, but, you know, I definitely was willing. I'm sorry?
Played the field.
Yeah, there you go. Played the field, sowing wild oats, whatever. You know, and I sort of liken what you said. I think I was like you. I think I was smart, or maybe a little smart, but I also think I was a little lucky. I think there were definitely opportunities where I could have, as they say, you shouldn't.
That condom too often, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, just speaking frankly, I hate to wear a condom, you know, and so, you know, maybe I was just lucky. Maybe the girls that I.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, just lucky.
Yeah, just lucky. You know, don't splatter the baby batter.
Yeah, smart and lucky, and if you can make it out that way. But now it's just too dangerous to get lucky. You just got to be smart. One mistake can be absolute destruction. Even just you know, meeting up for a hookup or something. Okay, they mostly go right, but when they go wrong, you're on a list for the rest of your life. Why bother?
Right. I agree. Or maybe it's just because I've gotten older. As I've gotten older, it seems like, I I don't know. When you're young, you have this idea that like you can go anywhere in life, and you know you can all these doors can open to you as you traverse through life, or as you get older. It seems like you're more and more on a fixed path, and that you have less room for error. And that's sort of how I feel now.
Yes, risk becomes real the older you get. You see people who get eviscerated by risk more and more. And I think the younger you get to see what risk is, the better your life's going to be. You can still have fun. You can still take risks, but you estimate the damage if it really goes south. So, yeah, young men are figuring this out, and I'm just here to support them, saying they can do it, and they can be perfectly normal. And if they have a rational desire, then they can get it. You just be smart about it.
Well, exactly, man. It's a matter of risk and reward.
Yep, there it is.
Let me throw a question out to you guys. Anyone can answer this, or you all can answer this. Do you guys have any ideas about how we can accelerate the spread of Mgtow type ideas or red pill ideas? I write Mgtow in the bottom left corner of $1 bills. Obviously I run a channel. Do you guys ever have any thoughts about that? Maybe writing graffiti on a bathroom stall or something.
I think most guys, they gotta learn it the hard way, I think.
Yeah, I have done that. But remember, Mgtow doesn't have a recruitment office. We don't need to recruit people. All we do is watch them show up, and then we share the truth with them. Now, what they do once they get that information isn't up to us. But believe me, there is nobody standing on the soapbox in the town square saying espousing red pill philosophy, because consider it, man. In the Western world, we are pretty much unprotected second-class citizens.
That's men in general. That's men in general, right? Yeah.
So, I guess I respectfully, of course, I would say I respectfully disagree with you, Saifu. I understand that that's a very popular belief that many Mgtow have, that, oh yeah, no, we're not about evangelizing. We wait at the door when they come in. I take a slightly more. I disagree. I do believe in evangelizing it, especially for those who have the energy or the desire, if you will. I believe in evangelizing it. I think that there are so many Mgtow men that are out there that don't even know about Mgtow, and if they can just hear an organized, succinct counter narrative to the popular culture, then it's like a I don't know, like a switch, like a valve that you can turn on and off. Like man.
And I gotta admit, during my drifting years after my divorce, if someone had told me about red pill philosophy, I would have been converted a lot earlier.
Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You actually spoke on it yourself. You had mentioned, whatever, after the Marines or whatever, after you had become an electrician, you were an electrician for a number of years and all this, and you had mentioned that there was a period of time, and I've listened to you before on other streams where you were talking about how you would, whatever, you were drifting, or you felt adrift, or you were, that's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect time, in my opinion, for someone who maybe has the gumption or something to sort of start, well, frankly, to evangelize, to start, planting the seeds of these ideas. I can't remember. Was it the second or third president of the United States to light brush fires of freedoms in the minds of men, or something like that?
Sounds like Thomas Jefferson.
It could have been.
Anyway, I'm going to jump in and sort of disagree with Gigi, though I don't know your name, Gigi. I don't think men have to learn the hard way. I didn't.
Right. I agree with that.
But
don't have to learn the hard way.
I mean, try to explain this to a blue-pilled guy. I don't think that's gonna work, man. I think most, you gotta recognize it, and most guys won't recognize it if they don't have the experience. I think.
However, I think if you point out the experience of other men having gone through the court system or whatever, those blue pill guys will then be open to that idea. And so that's, I think, a form of evangelizing that, they don't have to go through it, but they have to open their mind to the possibility of the narrative they've been given is a lie. And that's, I think, the evangelizing that's been most effective, Mgtow Cowboy. And I think it succeeded. I think you're right. A lot of men out there in Mgtow don't know it, don't know the term, but they see this. They get it from other men who talk to them. It's out there. I'm seeing it everywhere. I see Mgtow ideas everywhere. Mainstream, underground, it's being attacked, and it's not even being attacked by using the name Mgtow. It's these ideas are being attacked.
Yes. Actually, would you mind speaking on that for a second? Have you been watching what's going on in the news recently? Have you been seeing what Laura Bates is talking about? She's written a book calling us, there are people openly coming out starting to call us like domestic terrorists because we don't want to get married.
Yeah. And sometimes it's by name, and sometimes it's just the marriage crisis or some other, an acronym or euphemism for what men are doing. Men are waking up, they're pulling out, and this is now becoming a pandemic of rationality across the West. And
well said.
Yeah, just came to mind. But it's these people, and they're it's a multi-pronged attack. It's attack by name, it's attack by idea, and they were trying to bring it up into mainstream. Big John went on CNN, and it wasn't too bad. But they're trying to figure out some way to remove this idea, but you cannot, because I got it before the word Mgtow was even invented. So there's no way to stop this. No way.
That's right, baby. You cannot stop a tsunami.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's working, man. Because back in the day, the only warning you got that a tsunami was coming was if you were at the beach and seen the tide suddenly go out when it wasn't supposed to.
Wait. I thought the animals too would give you like a 2 or 3 minute warning. Like all the animals for some reason can perceive it, and then they'll start fleeing the beach.
Yep. If you can see that, that'll work too.
Yep.
But
there it's like
signals.
There are
signals. And this is
that
GG was talking about. If you see the signals and you don't close your mind to those signals, the signals will tell you run. But if you're blue pill totally, you won't get it. So I think Mgtow is great. It's here in the core, but because of the the apocalypse and the shadow banning and everything else, the main Mgtow channels now do not use the word Mgtow because they can't, but they're getting huge audiences. And we're talking 50,000 views a video and things like that. So the message is out there. The core of Mgtow is strong in the center.
I agree, Mgtow values. And I believe in the fact that there comes a time that so many men are getting red pills and that so many men go their own way that actually we don't even have to use the acronym Mgtow anymore. It becomes common sense,
Yep, common sense.
You would hope so, but we got to be careful. Now, remember the lesson of Better Bachelor. He used to go hard in the paint, but when he got really popular, in order to keep his monetization, he diluted his message, and that's why I stopped watching him.
Yeah, true. I agree with you on that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he's got a funny position. It was sitting on the fence, so you didn't alienate the men who were semi-blue pilled who needed the guidance, the slow guidance. But when he went to that convention of 21 or whatever it was, Donovan Sharp and those plants into Mgtow and into the PUA.
Oh yeah.
When he went to speak at that, that went too far.
Yeah, and I mean, I even stopped watching Terrence Popp because he went to that convention. And Terrence Popp is bona fide. He's told us all about his struggles and his triumph, But when he did that, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been what, maybe a year since that conference, and I still haven't really watched him because I was so disappointed.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
What,
I said,
Cowboy. Yeah, what about those other two guys that you wanted to interview? Are they still coming or?
I'm not sure. I actually received a text message a couple moments ago, literally 90 seconds ago from my chum, Pulse Kebab. You guys may know who Pulse Kebab is. We hang
buddy.
out. Yeah. He's a trusted cohort in the community. We actually hang out in real life. He sent me a text on my phone saying to drop the link again because at least one of the two of these individuals are in the chat now. So I just didn't know that because maybe I'm scrolling through the comments a little slower than I ought to be.
Yeah, me myself, I'm also not really paying attention to the chat. But yeah, are there any other questions that you wanna ask us or?
Oh yeah, actually, can I maybe take even just 2 or 3 minutes and just can you Garuda Ghost just can you give us can I do a quick interview with you? How old are you? You said you're from Holland. You said you were born. You're from Indonesia. Are you a Muslim? Were you married? Can you give us a quick 5-minute, 6-minute interview of yourself? You have a minute?
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, my name is Garuda Ghost. I was born and raised in the Netherlands. Yeah, my ethnic background, same like in the United States, you have many people with an ethnic background. I'm Indonesian. Yeah, I'm also a Muslim. Yeah, hate me or love me, I don't care. I started my channel about 3 years ago. Actually, I was thought my English is not perfect. So I don't know if people accept me, but yeah, everybody accept me. And like for me, it's always a pleasure to have a conversation with American brothers because yeah, like I look up to the United States when it comes to freedom, and yeah, you guys have guns to protect yourself. So yeah, I've been in the United States 3 times. I'm planning to go to Philadelphia on September. So if any of you guys are want to meet up, there are definitely a couple of options. Uh, yeah, I've never been married. I don't have no children. When I was 16, I just decided to stop school with no diploma, no education, just trying to find a job. Like I am definitely not a rich guy, but I know people that went to university and they only make $200 more than me every month. So yeah, let's say for a guy that never finished his high school, I have nothing to complain, man. Yeah, I do not
My
consider.
goodness, my
Yeah,
goodness, Garuda Ghost. I'm peeking at your channel, and I see all these one-on-one interviews, man. That's awesome.
yeah, cool,
Well,
man.
I am impressed.
I did about I think about 35 collaborations with with American brothers only on my own channel. On other channels, you can find me on 20 or 25 other channels. I do not consider myself as an official content creator. I do a live stream once in a while. I upload a video once in a while, actually based on my own experiences. And
Mm.
like I only have 300 subs, but yeah, I appreciate my small following because for me it is more personal about me than like I just like to share my stories, and if you can associate with it, yeah, 1+1 is still 2 for me. So yeah, like I said, I want to thank all my American brothers. I don't know any other content creator from the Netherlands. There was a guy named the Solitary Wolf, but yeah, he deleted his channel. But yeah, it's it's Mgtow worldwide. It's yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
can I
Garuda
can I
Ghost,
can I
Garuda Ghost.
can I can I jump in,
Oh,
Cowboy, and just let you know that there's
yes.
somebody in the chat who wants the link dropped.
Yes. Okay. I'll drop it again. I do apologize to you four, and of course everyone in the chat. I do have an antiquated phone, or it's not really that antiquated. I was a fool, and for buying a protective case for it, I dropped it, cracked the screen, and so now it's actually harder for me to copy and paste. So I end up literally having to write it out manually. So I do apologize for that. But yes, I will drop it again.
And
Go ahead,
Gorilla
guys. Go ahead.
I would enjoy doing a one-on-one with you myself sometime.
Yeah, cool, man. Hit me up. My email is ghostgaruda@hotmail.com.
Garuda Ghost, if I can quickly ask you a couple questions. So you came to Holland or the Netherlands. Did you come with your parents?
I was born here. My ethnic
Oh,
back.
you were born here.
My father is from Indonesia. Actually, I am mixed race. My mother is Dutch, white, Caucasian, whatever you want to call that, and my father is from Indonesia. So I am half Dutch and half Indonesian.
Okay, can you talk about that a little bit? Do you live with your parents? Do you live on your own?
Yeah. Of course, of course, I'm living alone. I am a Mgtow. Of course, I'm living alone.
Okay. No, I don't know. I had no idea. For all I knew, you were still. For all I knew, your parents had gotten divorced, and you're living with your dad, and the two of you bought a condo downtown. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay for Mgtow to live with his parents, one or both. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm living at home, and I am enjoying it.
Go ahead, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves. I have to drop this link again.
Yeah, well, we have somebody else coming on the stream. I see it like a kitchen. Who's the guy with the kitchen? You want to drop in?
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
right.
who?
Can you please take a moment and introduce yourself? I think you're in the mind or something like that. What's your name?
My name is not exactly important. It's more of who I am and why I'm here. And
we only ask because we say, what do you want to be called? That's all.
Yeah. What do we call you?
You could just use Dave. That would work.
Hey, Dave. How are you doing, Dave?
Howdy, Dave. Good to see you.
Honestly,
good to see your kitchen.
Honestly, I have to say that this idea has come from two different places. Entrepreneur with cars. The idea that was presented to me by him was, we are going through life, and change is, we have to come to grips with it in one way, shape, or another. And whenever I do videos, and I have stopped for the time being, but whenever we do videos, I try to always be in a different place, filming my thoughts and some of the important topics that come to mind. So I would have to say that's why you're seeing my kitchen right now. It's just because A, my phone's being charged, and B, it's there. It's just something new, something different. I don't have any lights outside, or else I would show you the gorgeous view outside. It kind of sucks there. But anyway, as far as me, I'm an Army veteran. I was in for 10 years, and I went to Iraq twice. Let me see here. From 2005 to 2015 was basically my time in. I would have to say between 2011 to 2017, there was a large gap where I was questioning why I wasn't able to find anyone to date, or why there was no relationship. And up until 2019, I was not actually getting any answers other than what you would normally get, which would be just work on yourself, just wait, the right person will come along, that sort of thing. And it really bothers me because, unlike most people, I grew up in the church. And the church and the military is not, these are not views you're necessarily going to hear about very often. Now, as far as things applying with the military mindset, it's going to be few and far between depending upon the topic. If you are a fan of Redonkulous, you'll hear some grunt talk, and you'll hear some good ideas that is presented on his channel quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But for the most part, I try to present things in a unique, different way that you probably had not considered before. But it's kind of like niche topics. They're not going to be interested. People are not going to be as interested in these topics as others, and I kind of accept that. But my particular channel where I hit is between the church and the community, those on the outside. And there's some popular and there's some topics you're probably not familiar with. I need to redo a lot of that stuff just because I'm not satisfied with the quality, and I'm going to have to go back through and basically redo like half of that stuff. That'll take some time. As far as with the content you guys have said, there's a lot that I would have to agree with, but there's also a lot that I would have to say it comes down to personal perspective and values. What you value is the direction you're going to go in. It's going to be what you're going to be chasing. And with that in mind, there are a lot of younger people out there. I'm 35, by the way. There are a lot of younger people out there who are considerably lost and not sure what direction to go in. And that's exceptionally hard if you don't have anyone else in your life who you can depend upon, who is actually wise and mature, who can actually point things out. So, in a way, we're all in this together. Everyone who uses, the term Mgtow, anyone who cares about making sure that the path is straight, not going to be walking in circles or worse. Walking under, basically being influenced by the wrong people. If there's more questions, just ask me. I'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, but bro, what do you mean with the wrong people?
Well, it could be anyone from those who you trust who, okay, for example, since I grew up in the church and my family and relatives, they are Christians, but they are also very traditional. That is not bad. It is a foundation, and everyone needs a foundation to grow on. However, the problem with that,
very true.
The problem with that is, I grew up being taught the value of sacrifice, but there was never any limit as far as like why you should only go so far and then stop because your health matters. The value of I was not taught to be aware of overextending. That is a huge problem because when
yes, exactly.
You have a pool of energy, you have a pool of whatever, emotional, whatever you want to call it. It's a very limited amount, and once you expend it, you are in danger of overextending. And there are many people who live past that until they just snap and break. And frankly, the results are horrifying.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, brother. I was right there. I was there, bound by tradition and trying to make things work, and constantly sacrificing for other people. And when I had my own crisis of faith, there was nobody there for me. And instead, I got shaming language and ostracism.
And that, unfortunately, something that many people can relate to.
Yeah, I think the realization has to come that you're alone. And the sooner you get that realization, the better. And that while you may want to find a wise person to give you guidance, there ultimately is, as you say, you have to follow your own values, which is another way of saying go your own way. And so you're born alone in this world, and you will die alone in this world, despite the fact that there's people all around you. And
I honestly have to disagree with that, because I believe that everything in this world has purpose and a design, and I believe there is a creator out there. However, unlike most people out there, I present what I know, because I turn what I know into tools and pass them to people.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out about those beliefs, whether they lead you towards a sustainable life or whether they lead you towards destruction, to find out whether they're true. And so if they lead you to avoid premature death, to avoid prison, to avoid slavery, then those beliefs are true. And it doesn't matter. Everyone can have their own beliefs. So, if people are lost and they go into those beliefs and they wind up using them to good purpose, it's great. If not,
guys, sorry to interrupt, but I'm gonna hop off. For me, it's 6:30 in the morning right now. I gotta go to work within 7 hours. I want to get some sleep. Are there any things you guys want to ask me or say something to me before I go?
No, nice meeting you,
Garuda Ghost. Check your email. I sent you a short message. I just wanted to make sure I got the name right.
Let's see, man.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I got you.
All right, alrighty, man. So I'll be in touch.
Folks. Garuda Ghost. One last question. When will you get married?
Probably never, man.
Okay, that sounds like a good answer.
I want to add something to that. Like, I think my Mgtow journey is actually based on my personality and not specifically because of my knowledge. Like sometimes I think, like, let's say if I was blue pilled, and let's say if I was not red pilled, then I still don't want to get married, because that is nothing for me. Like, even if I did not have the knowledge, I don't see myself as a husband. I don't see myself as a father figure. Like, I am Mgtow.
Do you think
before I got red pilled, I was a blue pilled Mgtow? So that's just my personality. But like,
I was just about to ask you.
I was not aware of my knowledge, yeah, no marriage for me. That's not. I was not born for that.
Yeah, we used to call men like this confirmed.
Do you
bachelors.
think that?
Yeah.
Right. In the past, right? That's what they would call us. Garuda Ghost. Do you think that your personality led you to this information?
Yes, and like, I do not believe in coincidence. It's everything is happening for a reason, you know. I believe in destiny.
Yeah. No, some people should not get married and have children and that sort of thing. And if you can get confidence in that decision, I think that's part of the evangelism, is to get confidence in the decision that you made.
And I think going Mgtow is actually going against your own nature. Like, when you go Mgtow, like, I ask myself that question sometimes: Am I really prepared to live alone and to die alone? Yes, you know. And like, if I die alone, I hope I can just die in my sleep. Maybe I die with a lot of pain, in my own piss, in my own blood, in my own shit, but I will die alone.
Strong words. I hope I die having sex with a hot Asian Cambodian prostitute.
Well, damn, son, that's called recycling.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, Garuda Ghost. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure. I hope we speak again. If I may, I'm going to boot you out.
Absolutely, brother. Outstanding.
Thanks, man.
Again, Garuda Ghost,
Again, guys,
it was a pleasure.
my email is Ghost Garuda. So not Garuda Ghost, but ghostgaruda@hotmail.com. It's I'm down for whatever, man. And like I said, I am planning a trip to Philadelphia at the end of August, beginning of September. Like if I have my hotel in Philadelphia, for me it's really easy to take the train to New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Washington D.C. If you are somewhere around in that area, I will be there for about 9 or 10 days for a meetup, guys. There are definitely a couple of options.
Oh, damn, son.
Okay. Well, let me say this, Garuda Ghost, especially because you're going to be in Philadelphia. I don't know if you know, Philadelphia is known to be the city of brotherly love. Don't go around that city telling other men that you're down for anything. You hear me?
Thanks for the advice, man. Thanks for the advice.
Okay.
And I know, like you have some neighborhood called Kingston or Kensington Avenue. I also stay away from that.
Sure. There's also parks and bushes in San Francisco that you can go to. But yeah, just be very careful. I understand that English is not your native language.
Yeah, I know, but I think my English is good enough to
Yes, it is.
understand what you're
hell
saying.
yeah.
Okay, Garuda Ghost,
man,
if you don't mind,
you're
I'm
doing
gonna
great.
boot you. There is someone else in there is someone else in the in the chat waiting to join. Because I am very cost conscious, I choose not to pay for live stream for StreamYard, so I can only have up to 6 people.
Yeah, cool, man. That's I'm gonna hop off, man. Hey guys, thank you so much for that brotherhood. You know, I always feel like, you know, I'm always welcome. Like if I'm in the United States, you Americans, you give me the feeling that I am welcome in your country, and yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you,
Ghost,
brother.
it was a pleasure.
Yeah, cool, man. It's Mgtow worldwide, you know, forever red until dead. And I'm ghosting out now, guys. Peace.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Thank you, Garuda Ghost. It was a pleasure
Bye,
again.
man.
And folks, before we move on to something else, I need to say this. Do you realize how awesome what is happening here right now? Here we are, brothers spread all across the world, and we're right here, sharing our stories of struggle, pain, grief, anguish, and triumph. But the elites don't even want us to do this. I mean, just because I'm isolated and living by myself, I'm called a domestic terrorist. Just because I have a waifu, I'm called a degenerate. Just because I don't want to put up with meatbag women, I'm called a the word doesn't come to mind. A misogynist. Yes.
There you go.
And see, that's
I mean,
what the elites don't want. Remember that feminism is dedicated to the destruction of male authority and male spaces. Now, remember back in the day, there's always been beta males around, but they would go to the bar and Frank would give Jim the verbal pimp hand and say, "Don't let your bitch run your life. You take charge." And that doesn't mean being physically abusive. And that's the thing, man. Nowadays, we have all the responsibility, but we have zero authority. Yeah. And people are scratching their heads saying, why the hell is this happening? That's why. Yeah. I got no problem being upfront if it's my family and saying, yes, I am the one responsible for everybody here. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you need to have your spouse chained so the only places she can go is the kitchen the bathroom and the bedroom. No, man. How many men? How many men want a partner, but instead they had an opponent?
Sure, right. I basically agree with everything you said. I would add, furthermore, I'd say things like, just go point by point. You said they're starting to call men who think and behave like us terrorists. Well, to that I would say something like, well, apparently they're starting to call mothers who go to PTA meetings, and who object to transvestite story hour. Now the government's coming out and saying that they're terrorists.
Oh yeah, man. And remember, I can't remember where it was, but they got they got this deal called Drag Queen Story Hour. Some man dressed up like a woman is reading children's books to kids, and somebody said, "Hey, should we do a background check on this guy to make sure he's not a nasty person?" The person who said that was immediately attacked, and it's like, oh, how dare you? Yeah, man.
It's like people don't even recognize safety. That's my job in real life. It's private security, transitioning from the army to civilian. It took me years. I think this is a good path for me, but it's not one that I like, but it's one that I have some skills in. People forget some of the most simple things to keep themselves safe. And on top of that, we all make mistakes. Safety is paramount here, especially with LGBTQ community. And unfortunately, I was drawn into that. So I do talk to many troubled people, young and old. I have some very good older friends, but because of their own issues with some who are divorced, and they're running all over the place with their jobs. So they're overworked, they're tired, frustrated, and on top of that, they have issues with their, those in their home because some have kids. It's just going to get worse. And it kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier with having a foundation and all that. And for those who are in the LGBT community with this whole story time hour, with what you were just saying, there is no foundation. They're just coming at it from however they feel like.
Yeah, and you got to remember, the leftists attack from every side. It might look like, it's just people here and there saying, you need to respect us and give us rights just like everybody else. But hell no. Remember, the leftists have the delusional, insane ones in charge now. Yeah. So now, if you oppose anything of the leftist agenda, you're going to be attacked.
True.
Yeah, we're at the insane point. I saw a video this morning, just came out, about a new law in California where they can kill kids. They can neglect them for 7 days after they're born, and there'll be no charges. And this is absolute insanity.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I
verify
that. If somebody can verify that, I would like it. But I saw a video on
it. Wow.
And this sort of thing happened in New York, and they applauded. It was post-birth abortion, they called it, which for anyone else is murder.
Right.
Post-birth abortion?
Yeah, this
that's murder.
Is a commodification of life. This is hedonism gone to the extremes, and this is what we've been suffering in the West, for at least 100 years, probably a little bit more, is a complete debauchery of falling into momentary pleasures. And this is the old, the alphabet people. These people, and now women today, all they want is fun. They don't want to have a family. They don't want to have this commitment to community or sustainability of the community. They just want to have fun. And
it's
so this
devolution. Yeah.
This is Devo. This is de-evolution. Are we not men? No, we are Devo.
Yeah, man.
I would like
And
to,
imagine if a man did some of the same shit these women get away with. You would have it broken off in your ass in a hot fucking second.
sure, of course, there's the double standard. I'm reminded of a video that I saw today by none other than E-Man67. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. He's
Oh
prolific with
yeah,
his short.
he was one of my early binge favorites.
Sure. He posted a video today. It was a quick excerpt, probably less than 2 minutes, and it was this university professor, and the professor was going on talking about how, we really should accept the idea of grown men having sexual relations with prepubescent children, especially if the children are consenting.
Wow.
And sure, and of course, the professor's calling for what? Legislation. It's they want the agenda's out in the open. There are in fact people they want to get their hands on children.
That's the thing, Cowboy. These people are out in the open, just like you just said. I mean, they're not holding anything back anymore. I don't know if it's the current administration or what, but these people are not afraid of showing their cards anymore. I mean, they're just right in your face about it.
Oh yeah, man. When you have the government, the media, and culture on your side, you can give the pimp hand to anybody who doesn't like what you say, and you can get away with it.
Are there any of you? Do any of you gentlemen believe that it's okay to have sex with underage? Let's use the term.
What do you think?
Jesus, Cowboy.
Ew.
No.
Oh,
No.
really? Ew. Ugh.
Yeah.
I just don't understand where the popular support for this is coming from.
It's coming from hedonism. This is where hedonism
And
leads.
it's not popular support. It's that the people that are opposed to it are being silenced.
Well, I
Right,
think
right.
I think that mental illness has gone unchecked. Like it's not treated anymore. The mental health industry is pretty much been shut down.
Yes.
And the people that are in the mental health industry are a bunch of feminists, and the mental health industry is not a safe place anymore.
Oh,
and
yes, exactly.
We've got all these mentally ill people out there running around, and now it's being propped up like it's trendy to be mentally ill. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
So,
man. And
are you saying the inmates are running the asylum? Is that what you're saying, Angler?
yes.
Basically, yeah.
And I mean, I talked about this on one of my videos. The DSM-5 has made even more. DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
Yep.
Now, of course, the way the leftists think, no matter what you're doing, it's not because you're a bad person. It's because you're sick. So they're making all sorts of things into mental disorders. But
there's a new thing out on the DSM, Sifu, which is the DSM-5 or the latest one, but it's 6 now, where they're treating, if you grieve too long, too hard, it's a mental illness.
Yeah.
Get that. So
man.
This is what is this going to do? This is going to create people who are scared about making emotional connections with other people for fear that if they die, they're going to be seen as mentally ill when they grieve. This is nuts.
Wow. I didn't realize number 6 came out.
Something else.
And there is one that us red pill men need to be worried about. It's one called oppositional defiant disorder. Here you are, Now me, I'm a hardcore black and red pill monk. I live by myself as much as I can. But me being grouchy and not wanting to be around people, according to them, is a mental disorder. And the people in charge will use that as a tool to lock me up and give me medication.
Sure, right. I'm reminded of you can go back. You can go way back into time. I do remember reading in the Soviet Union, they had psychologists as well, and they would use these psychologists. Apparently, if you just disagreeing with communism, just disagreeing with the policies of the government, these psychologists would label you as a neurotic, and possibly essentially they would use it to pathologize you. And once they pathologize you legally, it's like they're criminalizing you, and then they can send you to a gulag where you're mining gold for 6 months until you die from hard labor and starvation.
Yeah, it's not safe anymore. Cowboy, by the way, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Is this Angler? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the screen.
Yes.
Oh,
Angler?
hell yeah, man.
I don't know you, Angler. Where are you calling from, roughly?
Indiana.
Yeah, welcome in. Yeah.
Oh, very good, Angler. I'm thinking now. I'm starting to zero in. I'm starting to focus in on Indiana. I think I have plans of moving to Indiana now. Apparently, every state that borders you has a higher state income tax. So what part of Indiana are you from? I'm looking at Evansville.
East Central. I'm about an hour from the Ohio border.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Actually, Cowboy, I got a better place for you to go.
Okay,
there's a fella. Oh, damn it! I can't remember his name now. But he runs a site called survivalblog.com. And this motherfucker is bona fide as hell. And he says the best place to be in America is in what he calls the Great Redoubt. That is Eastern Washington, Eastern Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana.
I don't know about that, dude. I wouldn't want a damn thing to do with Washington or Oregon, but to each their own.
Yeah. So I'm sorry if I may address that, quickly. Okay. Here's the problem. Maybe it's just my old age, and I should preface all this by saying I went to university. I lived in South Dakota for 5.5 years. I really love the culture up there. So of course South Dakota borders Montana. But it's really, really cold, and I mean cold, colder like you don't know cold.
Oh yes.
Now Evansville, for example, quickly, population 120,000 people. It's located on the meander. It's located on the oxbow of the Ohio River. You can actually see the state of Kentucky from across the river.
Yeah.
So it's very southerly. And it basically, so I live in Chicago. It's basically 300 miles straight south of Chicago. And so the winters the summers are going to be longer. The winters are going to be shorter. The winters are going to be less severe. And that's what I'm looking for. Basically, a smaller city in a more conservative part of the country that sees more warmer weather.
Do it, bro.
I know, man.
I've been to Evansville. It's nice.
I worked outside in Wyoming in the winter for too many years, and I can quite understand your reticence. But believe me, if I had the money, I would be up there right now in Wyoming. Yeah.
Sure.
Yo, man. I don't know who you are. But those whiskers are fucking awesome, man. You got the ZZ Top on crack beard going, baby. Outstanding.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Okay,
Yes. Can you please introduce yourself? Take a couple minutes, and also, if maybe I'm just kind of a loud talker, can you try to can you give us an extra octave? Can you raise your voice a little? I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, Richard Teale. So,
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Teale, Mr. Teale, yes,
Welcome,
Mr.
brother.
Teale, what's up?
Welcome.
You made it, bro.
I finally figured out that I couldn't get my avatar to work, so I just pulled the tape off my camera. So here I am.
Howdy,
Yes.
sir.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Mr. Teale, it's a pleasure. Yeah, okay, so I know your story very, very well, and I've been in correspondence with you multiple times. Your story is it's inspiring, however tragic. Yeah,
Oh,
right. So
wow.
you were one of the designated people I wanted to interview.
Yep.
Great. I'm glad you made it. It looks like at this point it looks like the Mgtow Bandit did not make it. Yeah. Great. I'm glad you're here. Can I sort of do an interview with you now? So you've been watching. You see the format. It's almost like a round table. But yeah, can you talk about yourself? Obviously, I know your story, but I doubt most people know your story. Can you talk about your story? You know, New Zealand, Australia, the wife, the kids, the thievery, the false allegations, the stolen properties. I remember it all. Can you please introduce yourself? Who, what, when, where, why? What did you do? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it, bro.
Obviously, my name Richard Teale. Can you hear me all right, by the way? Is that
Yeah.
better now?
You sound good.
Yes. Again, I would say if you could speak up just a little bit, just a little. I mostly hear you, but you know what it is. I just speak real loud. My father was a Marine. I'm used to people screaming in my ear.
Yep. Look, I've got a plug-in thing here that might work as an external microphone. Just give us a moment and I'll give it a go and see if this works. Now,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And I was going to say, if that doesn't work, if you can just raise your voice just a little bit, but however you think you can address the issue. But yeah.
Yep. Can you hear me any better now with this microphone?
You sound good, bro.
You sound good. Okay. Nice one, because I'm holding this up. Yeah, look, obviously, I met and married my wife in New Zealand in my hometown. Then she wanted to move to Perth because we went there for a holiday, and she loved the place and instantly went into the headroads of trying to find a property and so on. And it all made sense because we couldn't afford a place back in Christchurch. We needed, the Christchurch is the central city in the South Island of New Zealand. So we just basically looked at a lot better than in New Zealand. Plus, you needed $20,000 deposit just to get into a duplex, a tiny little thing compared to a.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it got plenty of advice from friends. So I supported her, and off we went. I always thought we could return, as you know, fair's fair. I would have never have gone to Australia if I hadn't had the knowledge that we had the right to return to New Zealand at any time that suits us, because not only have I got plenty of family inheritance all lined up, thousands of acres of farmland and houses and so on, my ex also has plenty of inheritance lined up as well. So I just figured, okay, we'll go there for a time and then return. But when the time came to return, for many good reasons, she wouldn't have a bar of it. And I literally spent 2 years trying to convince her to move back. And in the end, it's my last ditch effort. I led the way back on my own in the hopes that she wouldn't be able to afford to survive without me, and that how wrong I was. Kids, cash and prizes and handouts, welfare. And not only that, to divorce rate their husband for child support. And she willfully alienated me from my kids. And, you know, I've got this gold recording, just a conversation I had. It's only a couple of minutes long, but this might be a really good one to give you an idea of what an absolute witch of witchcraft this ex-woman was. And I haven't showed many people that, but I'll just open up the phone here and yeah, on the right track now. I've just got to scroll down. The phone's not scrolling for some reason. Weird. I opened it too quick. Try this audio again. And phone con with Kate. What happened was, and obviously first spoke to my children, and then asked to talk with their mum to plead with her to sell and follow. And I started to, ask, can you please sell up and move back? We've got everything here for us, and it's all good. And this is how it went down. Now, rewind at the start again.
Alienation is one of the most disgusting fucking things that I've ever witnessed in my life. I went through it too, bro. So.
Yeah, I remember Richard Teale's story, at least some of the details very well. If I remember, at one point, he bought her a house. I can't remember. Richard Teale, weren't you in like the mining industry? You got to the point you were working like 70, 80 hours a week. You were making a ton of money, and she's just blowing the money. She was like a ninja with a credit card. She was just just hacking, or just slice and slice.
Yep.
Wow.
$80,000, $78,000 to $80,000 a year. Okay, that isn't much. I was a mechanic basically putting together these 789s and 793 Caterpillar mining dump trucks. And, when I lost my job with the mining downturn, there was a housing decline to follow. Could see that. I've been warned of that. That was a couple of my good reasons for moving back to New Zealand, but she wouldn't have a bar of it, eh? Yeah, but that was a great job. I ended up having to go back to just some minor, the average mechanical income that I could get from, just the standard mechanical jobs and local workshops working on cars. So very much, and the ex's shaming tactics were find a better job. She wanted the big money still. So yeah, it's just crazy.
God
anyway, damn. I led the way back.
So let me, Mr. Richard Teale, if I can ask you some real quick fire questions. Okay, how old are you now? You're in your 40s, is that correct?
I'm 49.
You're 49, so you're late 40s. You're about to be 50. When did you get married? In your late 20s, 27, 28? Do I remember correctly?
Yeah, I was 24 when I got married.
24. Okay, and then you have 2 children. Is that correct, or 3?
I have 3 children, and
3 children.
Currently, they're 23, 21, and 14. The 14-year-old is the only one left on child support.
Right. Okay, and you are again initially from New Zealand, but you have basically a lot of inter-travel or career work in Australia. You were in gaming, if I remember correctly, and it got to the point where you were. Again, I don't remember every detail, but I've spoken with you multiple times. You were like, it got to the point where you're like busting your ass. You're making like high 5 figures, and yes, you had mentioned there was some inheritance. At one point, you bought a house. I think you bought a house in Australia to please her, but then all of a sudden it no longer pleased her. She stole everything. Is that correct? She stole all the property. She stole all the money, and she left you.
I mean, it's still in my name, but she's got a restraining order, so I couldn't go near the place as usual.
Damn it!
White man. She made up all this bullshit and got a restraining order, so I'm not allowed to near the place. So you experience this nonsense.
How's the relationship with the kids?
Okay. Youngest one, she communication via WhatsApp on text. She won't talk with me. I can't start a actual conversation with her, voice conversation, but I can write the odd thing to her, but she barely replies. The middle daughter, that's 21, she refuses to even talk with me at all now, and I haven't talked with her since I left Australia, which is around a year and a half ago, and I'm back in New Zealand now. And the oldest one, I get on so well with her. We talk just about daily sometimes, but that's on WhatsApp, just text communication. Do have occasional voice chats with her.
Just being realistic here, it's probably going to be difficult because your children are female, okay, and they're being influenced by the mother. God damn, bro, you've been through a rough patch.
Yeah. The reason why the oldest one got on board so well with me was a complete about flip from a brainwashed state talking to me at all, because her mother had a boyfriend that was beginning to sexually abuse her. Fortunately, there
you go.
Right, but she had others, including another school boyfriend of hers, that had seen what was going on, and there was other friends of the family that could see what was going on, and they warned her, you need to do something about this and get out. And she did, and she went from this brainwashed state of not talking to me at all, brainwashed by her mother, to not only begin talking to me, but living with me. And she's been living with me until I left Australia. Reason why I left, I'd quit my job, and I eventually run out of funds and returned to New Zealand, where I'm based on the generosity of my family and friends, and just being generous in exchange to them. I'm setting the benchmark, I guess you could say, by fighting the rules of this ridiculous. I had child support ring me up a couple of weeks ago with me, and I just called them out on all this shit. I said, I'm not going back to work. You've never got another red cent from me. And fortunately, there's no debtors prison in New Zealand, so they can't lock me up for being disobedient to the rules. And I've just left the system. I've walked away, the slave that's left the plantation, so to speak.
Mr. Teale, can you talk a little bit about some of the most egregious examples of your ex-wife's behavior? I thought I remember. Again, I'm sorry. It's been many months, and we have spoken. I remember you talking about some very was it like antisocial or violent, almost criminal behavior by her?
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a lot of it, mostly focusing around time with the kids. My youngest was a week with her mum and then a week with me, around about. But she was halfway through a week with her mum, and my ex's best girlfriend had a party for a young child that she was a foster mum of, and invited Lucy to come along. And obviously, the organizer, they wanted me to take Lucy along. So because they didn't get on with the ex anymore because of what had happened, and the ex just wouldn't have a bar of letting Lucy come. I met at a McDonald's restaurant, and Lucy wanted to come with me, and so the ex was arguing and carry on and whatever, and Lucy just went and got in the car, and we just left. And it just created all this flurry of court activity and carry on afterwards. And this another friend of my ex has made up all these false allegations and so on. And bluntly, this is what happens. And this is why I'm willfully and actively join the Mgtow community and promoting this. The things I do now, because all our comments are so censored on YouTube, I've amassed the best examples of videos and comments that I've collected over the last being Mgtow now, and put them on my computer and made up memory sticks. I just buy those 16 gigabyte thumb drives, and then put the and an introduction that I've put on there as well, and give them to young guys, mostly high school kids, to warn them about what's coming. And that's my way of getting the word out. And I tell them, make copies, on, put more memories to more of them, and give them to all your mates. So that's one thing I do. At least they can't censor that.
Sure. I have the idea that what we're talking about right now should be how can I put it? We should be teaching children adolescents in high school should be learning about what we're talking about right now, especially young men, especially
Yes.
when it comes to, the pitfalls that can befall them legally if they impregnate someone. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It's
I
better
think-
than what they're teaching them earlier than that, and you know what this is.
Yeah, no, that's right too. But I think they're getting it, Mgtow Cowboy, on TikTok. This stuff is all around TikTok, and I'm really sorry to hear about your story, Mr. Mr. Teale, sorry. And and I had a cousin who went through what you went through when I was a teenager, and I learned from him. So hopefully, men will learn from you. I learned young, and I avoided what you went through, but he didn't. So I feel for you. I feel for him.
That's the beauty about this community. Like Seafood said earlier, we can come here. This is our stomping grounds. We got no place else outside of this. We can't talk about this stuff publicly, but we can talk about it here.
Yeah,
For now.
That's right.
And
For
enjoy
now.
it while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, just for interest's sake, these memory sticks I do for handing out to young guys. I'll hold up my phone here. You can see. I've got to. If I can get that aim right. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
you would have to hold it up longer than most, but here's the thing. Or if Cowboy can probably put it up on the big screen, you'd probably be able to see it, because the way that you put it up on a camera, it'll just look like a big white square that you're putting on us.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, I could like to read out this introduction I put in the first folder on these memory sticks for young guys. And this is what I've written here. Mgtow Master File for Men. I want men armed with information on what I was totally unaware of at your age, so you're prepared for the lies that society will sell you. Brainwash and believe their bullshit about women, relationships, marriage. Why? So to protect yourself from the suicidal suffering and slavery I and multitudes, if not millions of men worldwide have had. Start with the videos. Must-watch ones are Ava Brighton's Better Bachelor, Coach Greg Adams, Happy Humble Hermits, an empty plantation, specifying which one, Dr. Helen Smith's Broken, Hammerhand, TFM, that's Turd Flinging Monkey, as you guys would know, and his gold videos, and Feminism on Trial for another of the few females even speaking out. Then my highly acclaimed and censored videos, 1, Mgtow Get Known, my warning to all men, and then 2, my flagship, Biblical Gender Roles Explained. Lastly, Mark Eastman's Evidence from the Dust of the Earth, to not omit the most important topic of love for all mankind. This thumb drive provides repeatedly proved imperative points with pivotal censored points that men and I have written worldwide, as I desire to fix society so it's safe to date and marry once more, as I truly love women. Richard T. That's my introduction.
Teale, that's fucking awesome.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the plan. I even though we live in a totally screwed up society, and I realise I'll probably never succeed, at least I'm trying.
Oh, no, you will succeed. As I say, I'm confident Mgtow is succeeding. I see it in the statistics. The statistics tell me that it's happening. Men are waking up.
Yeah.
So's my dog.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. Big time. The numbers are fucking through the roof. I mean, the Mgtow community is being throttled so hard. I mean, yeah, it's
so true.
The numbers that you see. Oh yeah, sorry. I love Hammerhand.
Yeah.
The thing about that is
him and successful endeavors. Did anyone see that live stream with Hammerhand and successful endeavors?
Yes. What? Okay, that was like a week ago, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a really good stream.
Oh, wow.
Bro, I know them.
Yep. And the figures that successful endeavors.
This every day.
Oh yeah, man. SC has been bona fide from way back, man. Yeah. Damn. I'm sorry I missed that.
It was really good, Tifu. Go back and watch it. It was really good.
Successful
endeavors.
Hammerhand's channel.
Yeah. Successful endeavors.
Okay.
Yeah, successful endeavors is a very smart man. He's a hammer or a wrench, you know,
Sure
on a
is,
lot
man.
of streams. But that guy's got some insight. He's he's good people.
Yeah, for sure. Did anyone remember the numbers? Apparently, was 75 to 80 million worldwide gone Mgtow, and that's conservatively speaking than that, according to.
Yeah, I can give that easy.
I bet it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Whether it's bigger or not, some do go in all but name. Some don't even rep the acronym. But one thing to tell you this, though. In the times that we are living in now, you know, don't always expect for the opposition to always, you know, be swayed by your logic, even though these are cogent points, salient points that one would get the moment you step into the room with them. And we all get that. But get this, if you talk that to the opposition, more often than not, it's going to be a dead ender or a normie or whatever you want to call them that are stuck in their ways, no matter how old they are. But it's good to plant a seed in their head so that, you know, if they do come to a situation like that, or to one of those heart-wrenching or gut-wrenching situations that drives them to that level of what we all call Mgtow, of course, then let them get there, and then do help them along. I'll still do the "I told you so" dance on their fucking graves while drinking a bottle of fucking vodka, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, however they come to this, you know, let them bump their own heads. You know, you can't proselytize it like it's Christianity, bruh. This is a philosophy. You know, this is no religion or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
and it's not a movement; it's a philosophy.
This is true, and it's not a religion either.
Yeah.
Totally not. But this can go.
It's
like the color black or like the color white. It matches with almost any other fucking thing that you wear. You know, something like that.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Hey, Cowboy, was there any other questions you had?
No, not in particular. I wanted to do you know, an interview with you, and I wanted you. I mean, as you know, as dark as it may sound, I wanted to hear, you know, in your own words, some of the abusive behavior of your wife. You know, of course I want to hear the whole story, but I love hearing details about. I don't know why. I'm just, you know, I like hearing the truth, and sometimes some of it is very you know, evil. Frankly, I remember leaving. I've had many correspondences with you, and I remember leaving a lot of correspondences thinking, wow, your wife is basically a criminal. She's basically evil. And I wanted you to share some of that, because I have this idea, like, a lot of women are actually evil people. We really, our society, we go away to protect women and to pretend that they're these good angelic beings, but really some of them are downright evil. And I remember your story.
Oh yeah, man. And remember, female nature is universal. Remember the lesson from the Bible about Ahab and Jezebel. Yeah, man. Women are always gonna try to fuck you over. But back in the day, it was the culture that kept women in check. Now, in the Western world, there are no restraints, and that's why things are getting fucked up right now.
And you know what? You probably should welcome it, like it's okay. I don't want anyone to get a sick pleasure out of the things that are happening now, like, oh, that's what the fuck you get, bitch, and all of that stuff. But it has to take something like a damn near extinction level event for them to get it, because we already get it, and right now we know we're in the calm before the storm, but they don't know that.
Even after the collapse, I don't think most of these dumbass bitches are gonna get it.
Oh my bad.
They won't, man.
Yeah.
Okay, can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
I will gab just for another minute, and I'll be quiet. This is backed by science. You know, if you're a woman and you sleep with multiple men, you're having multiple DNA injections into your body. How the fuck is that going to affect you? Yeah, it's no wonder that women can't pair bond. And there are cases of women who have had babies, and supposedly it was from the husband, but it looks like somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, to confirm that, a comment was made on Miggy 101's or Driven and Desired website. He wrote
Oh, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
And this article was commented on by this guy that said they did it with zebras and horses. They mated a standard mare horse with a zebra, and the offspring was a half and half, and it had stripes. But then later on, like months or like years later, they mated this mare, which was a proper horse, with another stallion horse, nothing to do with zebras, and the offspring still had stripes. What does that say?
Okay, so basically, you're talking about. My understanding is very.
Wait, what?
You're talking about genomics now. You're talking about the interplay between different sets of genetics and how. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So you would think that offspring would be a normal horse, but because both its parents were normal horses, but it was a horse being that had stripes. In other words, genetically following the zebra, and yet the union was between two horses. There should have been no stripes in it whatsoever. So what that's saying is that DNA from that zebra that mated with the mare earlier on was still lingering in the mare.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the microchimerism.
Wow. Wow, man.
And it is so important that women remain faithful and virgins until married and are faithful to that man and that man only. It's so important. And women have just got no idea what they're doing to themselves. I believe that this microchimerism is literally a genetic imprint from the husband. And when you get all these mixed genetic DNA, if she slept around, then she's imprinted with God knows how many different men, and that's why she can't pair bond anymore. It's pretty staggering, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, for interest's sake, can I read out the small article from Driven and Desired for the listeners and you guys to benefit from? Because I've got it right here on my phone. It's a few pages, but if enough, then call me out and stop. There's the if I can get this to show. Driven and Desired, and then woman absorb retain male DNA. But anyway, women absorb and retain male DNA from sperm. A scientific study has shown that females retain and carry male DNA from every sexual encounter with men. This is according to a new study by the University of Seattle and the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. The study, which found these facts accidentally, was originally trying to find out if women who were pregnant with a boy might be susceptible to certain neurological that occur for men. But during their research on the female brain, the study began to uncover other fascinating facts. Discovered that female brains often contain microchimerism, or, to put it simply, male DNA. That must have come from another person and are genetically different from the rest of the woman.
Wow.
Yeah. The study claims that 63% of the females 37 to 59 in age, tested harbored male microchimerism in the brain. Male microchimerisms were present in multiple brain regions. It turns out that 63 women carry male DNA in their brains. Of course, the researchers wanted to know, where did the male DNA originate from? Take a guess. A woman's father's?
Well, duh.
No. A woman's father's DNA combines with the mother's to create a unique DNA. So, where else did it come from? Initially, the researchers thought that all male DNA found living in the female brain came from a male pregnancy. That was the safe and politically correct conclusion. But the researchers were completely wrong. When they altered women who were never pregnant, let alone with a male baby, they still discovered male DNA cells present in the female brains.
Wow.
This is when the scientists didn't know what was actually happening. They tried to study on hold until they could better understand it, but the answer was already there. What were they so scared of? Conclusions. Male microchimerism was not infrequent in women without sons. Besides known pregnancies, other possible sources of male microchimerism include unrecognized spontaneous abortion, vanished male twin, an older brother transferred by the maternal circulation or sexual intercourse. And full stop, sorry. Male microchimerism was significantly more frequent and levels were higher in women with induced abortion than in women with other pregnancy histories. Further studies are needed to determine specific origins of male microchimerism in women. But basically, according to the scientists, the likely sources of the male DNA inside a woman's brains come from 1, an unrecognized abortion disappeared, 3, an older brother transferred by the maternal circulation, and 4, sexual intercourse with a man. If you look at the fact that a huge 60 women have male DNA cells in the recesses of their brain, which explanation do you think is the one that fits the most?
So, in short, my man, what you're giving, guys, you can't get back.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, man. And you know, every man who is in that zone, well, of course, you want your biological children to be yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me read this article, if you may. Are you guys still keen on hearing the last little bit? I've read 2/3 of it already, 3/4. Okay, I'll continue. If you look at the fact that a huge 63% of women have male DNA cells in the recesses of their brain, which explanation do you think was the one that fits the most? When you think about it, the first 3 options can only apply to a small number of women. You can't possibly apply it for the 63% figure. The 4th option, however, well, is a lot more common. The answer is actually for sex. And it comes with very serious consequences, written in bold, for women. Whenever a woman has unprotected sex with a man, she absorbs the sperm, and the sperm becomes a living part of her for life. The research was based on women that were elderly. Many of these women had been carrying the living male DNA inside their brains for over. What you need to understand is that sperm is a living organism, and there are between 40 million to 1.2 billion sperm cells in a single ejaculation. When sperm goes inside a woman, it swims until it crashes into the walls, then it burrows. If it happens inside a mouth, the sperm swims nasal passages, inner ear, and behind the eyes, and it stays there. It also enters the spine and their brain. Just like out of some sci-fi horror film, all the sexual partners the woman goes through become a part of her, and she can't get rid of their DNA. This is one of the reasons when women are promiscuous and have many sexual partners, they are highly unlikely to pair bond and find someone to build a long-lasting relationship for life. Science is only now starting to understand why having multiple sexual partners for women is detrimental for them in every way. Your friend, Alex. Now that's the end of the article. I'll just read to you the comment from the guy that confirmed that issue to do with the zebras.
Oh yeah, man, and you know this. Not a lot of people are talking about this because
Yep.
Because the feminists are afraid of the truth.
Exactly. So true, brother. Here's this article by Marta Jacobi. Says, read the Bible. Everything is in there. Start in Genesis. When Jacob manipulated this information upon the goats, I'll interject here and say this guy is clearly not English. It's broken English. I'll read it as it is written. You guys will have to fill in the dots, okay? When Jacob manipulated this information upon the goats, the shepherd of old times they knew all about, they had to know and with which male had been all the time. The shepherd knew this depend the strength and health of his cattle. Survival depends on this knowledge. And the law given by God about wedding of the priest and more. A divorced man could not have his wife back if she had been wedded with another man. She was defiled. God made the law and all the laws about adultery, fornication, immorality, all kinds of abominations and perversion in the way of the genes. God don't like people changing what he made. He made perfect. When people change, they don't make more perfect or different. They make only a big mess. In the 70s, they crossed a mare with a zebra. The offspring was a striped animal with a mixed feature of both animals. Years later, the same mare was allowed to have sex with a normal horse. The offspring was a horse with stripes. If you want, I can show you every place in the Bible that this article is correct 100%. There you go, that guys. I appreciate you sharing your listening ear to that, and all the other listeners that are tuned in.
No problem. Yeah, Jerry. Our brother is going hard in the paint here, baby, and he is preaching hardcore truth. Fuck yeah, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cool. Has anyone else got other interesting things they can share? I've seen other articles by Chris supporting that male microchimerism on his community page. Who else has seen them?
I haven't, but damn, son, you know, the more I hear about how nasty females are, the more I love my waifu. Oh, I tell you, man. Oh, sure. I would love to be right where Mgtow values is now. Away from America, out in the middle of nowhere, and with a cute young bride and raising a bunch of brats in the jungle.
Yeah.
But you know, I got to keep it raw and real. I'm old, weak, slow, tired, sick, and broke. So no bio-manifested woman is even interested in me. But I don't care. Yeah, I'm living the last of my life on my own terms. It's like I'm a fucking cancer survivor. Yeah, man. It's like I should have been dead a long time ago. Yeah, and with the little bit of time I have left, I'm gonna be happy. And I sure the fuck will not be happy trying to please some meatbag woman. So double fuck y'all bitches. Yeah, I am perfectly happy with my waifu.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, brother. Yeah.
And yeah, that ain't for everybody. Of course. I mean, what hell? if you look at the videos on my channel, you know I'm not average or conventional, and the path of being a monk is not for everybody. Yeah. But remember, man, keep it on the table because you never know. Hell, man. I mean, if I had the capacity right now, I would be living in a van with my waifu by the river.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who've written, and I've even written ones of the benefits of, having a waifu. They will never divorce rate you. They'll never get old. They'll never get fat. They'll never.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. See, he knows exactly where I'm coming from, baby.
Yeah.
That's right. You cannot argue with a combination of beauty, silence, and submission.
Yeah, that's right. I've even written a post on happy, humble hermits. So I'll just find that here because I screenshot all this stuff so I can put these on these memory sticks.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Happy Humble Hermit is a young man with an old man soul. I stumbled across him really early in my red pill journey. And damn, son, I was so impressed. I listened to a lot of his Sunday sermons. Giving us Bible stuff with a red pill twist. Triple H is bona fide as hell.
Yeah, that's it, eh? I'll see if I can find it. Type here it's short to identify it, but I'll see if I can track it down. Anyone else talk about what you want to talk about while I'm looking for this? Here it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just hoping to get a copy of that article that you read. That was very interesting. I looked up something on male DNA found in female brains. This is very interesting.
Yeah, it is
so
very interesting.
Okay.
If you could send those documents through Mgtow Cowboy, and then Mgtow Cowboy can get them out to everyone here. Be good for reference. Be good for reference. And I think we all need to know this. We're wondering about the nature of men, about the nature of women, about the nature of the community, and about the nature of ourselves. And I think
by the way, hi there, Mgtow Values.
Yeah, I know, Psycho.
The first time it's pronounced psyche. So people could say psyche, people could say soap, but you can't put it together. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
I know. It's a weird thing to see. Psyche soap.
What's happening with you, my man? I mean, this is like the first time I've ever been in a panel with you. How you doing?
It is. It's good. And, I've been meaning to get you on. I've been meaning to get somebody on, but I still got a strike. And and then I turned out and gave Lamprey Milt a strike from a year ago video we did. He just got the strike from a year ago video. Jesus.
Oh, anyway. And Cowboy, if you're still listening, though, to us, Father Saunders is wanting to jump in. You might have a 6 limit. I can hop out.
No, you should stay. This is no, please stay. Or unless I'm sorry, do you have to go?
I don't. I mean, shit, I'm just drinking beer, man.
No, just stay. Right now.
Nice fun. Oh, and Mr. Teale, again, that was a great presentation. All of it was great. And you need to, of course, bump up your tech a bit. Your microphone is still way too low for me. But I agree.
Hey, yo,
I could make it out, but I had to struggle. But you need to pick up your voice because your voice needs to be heard loud and clear. This is great.
I'm not sure if my microphone I'm holding is the one working or whether it's the one on my laptop.
Oh no, I can hear you all right.
Whoa! Wait, what, Jerry? No.
That's who the fuck needs to mute his mic.
I'm not an incel. I'm a fucking monk.
Hey,
an incel doesn't have a choice. I made the choice to be celibate.
Sifu, be quiet now. Turn off your mic if you're yelling at somebody in the chat.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to respond to him.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good.
Anyway, Mr. Teale,
Yeah.
what you can do is do a one-on-one with someone. You can contact me just to work out your tech. So you do a one-on-one with somebody, not live or something like that, and sort out your tech. So you get,
Somebody got that wind in the mic, but that's okay.
Yes. Saifu, can you mute your mic for a second?
Let's test this real quick, Sifu. Try it.
Yeah, mute your mic, Sifu.
See?
I was mute. I will mute myself again.
Mute again.
Try it.
Yeah, it's him, I think.
Wind. That's all right. Some of us got headphones on, like me.
Yeah, I'm getting the wind too.
That's it.
Who's the sixth guy?
How about
in
this
here?
motherfucker in the corner right chop? Who's that mother?
Who is it?
I don't know.
I believe that's Father Sounders. Father Sounders, are you there?
No, I'm not there, motherfucker.
Oh, he's there.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's here, all right.
Well, you've been here this whole time and you ain't said nothing.
What? Holy shit, man. Holy shit, that's been me the whole fucking time.
He was here this whole time.
Holy fucking shit, man. I did not know that was me this whole time. What the fuck? Why do I have a blank fucking avatar?
Mr. Teale, can you mute your mic for a second?
Let me mute mine too.
Holy fucking shit, man. I did not know that was me this whole fucking time.
I think it's Mr. Teale's mic who's got the wind. I don't know.
Guys, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that was me the whole time. I thought it was somebody else, man.
You got to put your
and I'm
avatar
here.
up there.
Okay.
Dude, I ended my own stream and all that shit. I didn't know that was me. Holy fuck.
Okay, Mr. Teale, could you reestablish your mic?
Yep. Back on
Holy
again.
shit, I've never had a blank avatar in my life. That's why I never fucking
we're getting the wind from you.
Yeah, it's from you. It's not from
Holy
Sifu.
shit.
Sifu's good.
Yes, Riggs.
Sifu, you're good.
Man, I didn't know that was me the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah, Riggs is right. You
man.
boobered this up there, Father Saunders.
Sack of soap, man. Hey, thanks for all the shit that you were saying too, man. I did not know that was me the whole time. Holy fuck. How long have I been fucking stagnant on there?
Probably for about an hour or more.
Cool.
No, I'm just kidding, man. Fuck it.
You guys didn't even hear me saying anything in the fucking background. I was sitting here typing and doing all that fucking shit, and I was in there the whole time.
Yeah, but you couldn't interrupt because Mr. Teale there was he was saying this stuff that was golden. So there's no point in interrupting. You know, you had basically the show today. You stole the show. Excellent. This is great.
Holy shit, man. I had my shit in the background because I don't want to take away from your shit, Mgtow Cowboy. So I was like going back and forth.
No, it's okay.
Sifu, you said you're in your 60s, correct?
Yes, sir. I am 66.
Holy shit, man. You were 24 years my senior, brother.
And I am a cancer survivor. I'm a bona fide badass motherfucker.
I know you're a Marine, man, and I haven't sent crayons to your fucking address yet. I'm sorry.
Make sure you just send me green crayons. The other ones don't taste so good.
I can't send you just green because forest green is my favorite color. That goes to the fucking Marines that I love the most.
Didn't Soylent Green look like green crayons when y'all see them?
You have forest green and you got hunter green. There's a lot of fucking colors of green, man. But as an Army infantry grunt, we give military.
That's right. Forest green, hunter green, Kelly green. Yeah.
Soylent Green.
See, so he's 24 years my senior, though, man. So it's hard to
here's one because you were in the Army. You may not be aware of. Are you aware of sateen green?
No.
What?
Oh yeah. Back in the day, Marines had a olive drab uniform. It was called sateens. It was solid olive drab, and that was before they came out with the camouflage bullshit.
The only green that I'm aware of, man, is what's called ACUs, and what's called FRACUs, which is flame retardant ACUs. Those are the only greens I'm aware of, along with the Class A's, which was the military dress green in the Army at the time.
Yeah. What is your opinion on the camouflage? Now I've noticed. Now they have regular camouflage. They have regular desert camouflage, and now lately I've seen digital camouflage.
Okay, so
what the fuck over?
So when I went in, what you had was the BDUs before I came in, where you had to iron and all that shit was like straightforward throughout almost all the military branches before I came in. When I came in, we had what was called the ACUs, and we went to the combat boots, the desert combat boots, and ACUs, which did not have to be ironed every day. So I was 30 years old when I joined back in 2009, and I was called Grandpa when I joined because I was the oldest motherfucker in my fucking unit. And I got stationed in 25th ID, which was Hawaii, the Electric Strawberry, which I'm sure you're aware of. The Marines have a base out there too. We trained out there all the time, the Kahukus and all that shit.
Ooh, Electric Strawberry. That sounds like a
Electric Strawberry, man. And then I went to Iraq, 2010, Father's Day 2010 to Father's Day 2011. That's when I got sent out there, and I got blown the fuck up about 3 times a week. It's a whole fucking mess that I probably don't even get into here. But you being 24 years my senior, I got to see my dad's DD-214. He was in the Navy, and I got to see a 1965 version of the DD-214. That was really fucking cool. Sifu. So my dad would be 80 years old this year if he was still alive, but he passed 9 years ago. So I can't believe this. I can't believe how long I might have been on here, and I didn't even fucking know it. So I was what's called a geographical bachelor when I lived in Hawaii at the 25th ID. My wife at the time and her kids and all that shit that I adopted lived back here in Nebraska, and they had to stay here. So I went an average of 6 months to 10 months without seeing my kids, depending on where I was stationed at, or if we had to go to what's called National Training Center, NTC, outside of Victorville, California. We went there for a couple of months before we went to Iraq at the time. So I've never been to Afghanistan, but I know what Iraq is about. I went there and that shit sucked. That's the hottest heat I've ever experienced in my life. And I have hyperhidrosis, which is excessive sweating. And when you're carrying a full combat load of gear and 249, I was a saw gunner, 249, and all the rounds and everything that you got to carry, that shit was fucking insane. I'll never forget it. And you guys want to know what's the most fucked up about all this is that it's still not enough for the average woman to appreciate where the fuck you came from. Even if you risk what is up to and including your life, it's still not enough. And I fucking adopted children that were not mine, and that was still not enough. So I'm telling all you guys right now with this little fucking rant, don't fucking do it, because no matter what you do, it will never fucking be enough. I wish I could tell you differently. I wish I could. But if I could offer more than my life, and my life was still not good enough, I want all you guys, even your elder, even my elders, to tell me what you think would be enough if your life is not good enough.
Silence from me.
You can't offer more than your life. It's impossible. I offered and proved that I was willing to offer my life to sacrifice for kids that weren't even mine, including my own, and it still wasn't enough. It still has to be more. And it pains me to say this, guys, because I have boys, I have children, and I cannot advise you guys to go and search for, your significant other. My biggest lie was taught that I needed a woman to complement my life, to complete my life. That was my biggest lie as a Gen Xer.
Yeah, that's a lie.
24 years, my fucking senior. This is 24 years. You know this already. That was what was sold to me. And it wasn't enough. It will never be enough. Period. End of story. I lost not one, but 2 properties, $49,000 in fucking lawyer fees, $58,000 in child support, and fucking 834 days with my children. It's not going to be enough, guys.
Yeah.
I wish I was wrong. I don't want to tell you this. I wish I was proven wrong. Don't do it. Don't get married at all. Period. End of story. And I wish I was wrong. And that's all I got right now.
Real shit. Because, you know, and I got through watching a content provider earlier today. And it was sort of based on the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett narrative. I know you guys are fucking tired of it by now. So the hell am I. To the club. But Jada was getting tired, I think, of seeing all of Will's achievements and all of this shit, and she got jealous ultimately, not realizing that she was in a partnership and instead of a fucking competitive relationship. A lot of these females today, especially nowadays, well, shit, it's been going on for the better part of 50 at least years.
Yes.
And the other opposition will like to view you as, yes, just that, the opposition, one to how you would say compete against, and not, you know, be a cooperative in. And that's what the marriage was supposed to be. But that contract has been chewed up, spit out, and flushed down the fucking drain, clogged up.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah.
The snake, you know. So it's
men elevate women. Period. End of story.
That's
if a
true.
man fucking marries a fucking woman and he's a king, she becomes queen. There is no queen that marries a man who automatically becomes king. We elevate women. Period. End of story. Men are the ones who settle. Men settle.
And
it's not women who settle.
And you got to remember, if you put a woman on a pedestal, she is always looking down on you. Yeah.
End of story.
Obvious.
I'm sorry?
You could do 99 out of 100 things right for a woman, and they will always focus on the one thing out of 100 that you did not.
There you go, baby. Oh, fuck yeah. Been there, done that.
Yes.
Fuck
that is
yes.
the way that it is, guys.
Fuck yeah. Oh, my God.
Be enough. If I could sum women up into one word, it would be fucking more, because it's never going to be enough, guys. Period. End of story.
That's right, man. Because remember, no matter what you do for a woman, it's going to come right back to what Eddie Murphy said in his concert back in the day. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
you can give her the fucking Hope Diamond, and next week she'll want something more.
Yeah, that's Janet Jackson's song. What have you done for me lately? Right? That's Janet Jackson's song. Okay, because you could give the woman the fucking world and she will bitch at you because it was not packaged correctly.
Yeah.
I could give you, in the word Sifu, if you were my woman, I could give you $1 million and you would bitch at me because it came in 20s. Bitch, you just got $1 million, motherfucker, and you're bitching about 20s, bitch.
That's right. That's right. How come these are 20s and not $100 bills?
Dude, it's if you gave me $1 million in ones, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll go take them to a fucking paper counter. I'm going to be thankful. I'm going to fucking appreciate you. I'm going to do what we thought we were supposed to do as guys and fucking appreciate what our women did. Do you guys want to know what I love about my mother and father's relationship? My mother was 16 and my dad was 28 when they got married, and they were married for 42 years before my dad passed away. Do you want to know what the most sexiest fucking thing about that shit was? I didn't know it at the time, so don't look at me as like a weirdo. I see this in retrospect, if you will. My mother, my dad had gotten disrespected at a deli meat, cutting his meat or whatever the fuck it was. I don't even know if I was born yet. And my dad had said something. And this woman had disrespected my dad and was talking a bunch of shit. Before my dad even got a word out, my mother said, "You are not going to fucking talk to my husband like that." Do you know how fucking cool that is? Do you know how fucking awesome that is? Do you know how sexy that is in the sphere of a woman being in her feminine nature? It's not because it's my mom. I don't want to come off as fucking weird, but that's sexy as fuck to me now. Now, my dad, I have all of his old LPs, all of his old records from the 50s and 60s in my fucking storage unit. I have my dad's shit. My dad would grab my mom and dance with her. He put it on the record player and dance with her. Now, as a kid, I was like, "Oh, Dad, what are you doing?" Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my address a little later to get some of those records, my man.
Dude, I got them all, dude. Dude, I got all the LPs, man.
Oh,
The
yo,
50s
I'll
and
even
60s.
pay
I
you.
got
Fuck
them,
it.
man. I even have my old Beta Cord fucking Beta Cord tape when Beta was fucking going against VHS back in the
Yeah.
80s. I have all that shit, guy. I have all of it. I have
A good website would be Techmoan, Techmoan, and he, goes through all of the older tech. But go on, my bad, I'm off topic.
Oh no, you're good, man. That to me, when I saw it as a kid, I was just like, "Oh, mom, dad, what are you doing?" You know, blah blah blah. But then when I see it when I'm growing up, I'm like, "That's what I want." Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want a woman who had her man's fucking back? Period. End of story. Who, if you couldn't get a word out, your woman was right there saying, "You ain't gonna talk to my fucking man like that." Do you guys know how fucking sexy that is?
Yeah.
To me, that's fucking attractive as fuck. If you are a 5 out of 10 woman and you have my back and you fucking stick up for me, that automatically makes you a 7 or 8 woman. Period. End of story.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
And
Fuck
I've never
yeah.
had it, guys. I never had it. That's what I wanted because I saw it. I got to live it. And it's not that way. I was married and with my woman for almost 14 years. And it just wasn't that way. But if I had that, dude, oh man, that's the sexiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
But yo, when you think about it statistically, you know, a random man, and they even take jobs to do this. You enter your favorite profession here, right? That they are willing to take a bullet for someone that they don't know. Whereas with the fairer sex, they're least likely to do it, and you'd be pulling teeth if they're doing it for their children.
Oh hell no. I think about it, and I don't recall any news article of where a woman put herself in harm's way to protect someone else.
Very rare.
Well, no, it's not going to be that way. The only love that I've ever had that was unconditional, in my opinion, guys, was from my mother. Because when I got kicked out of not one, but 2 properties that I built up from scratch growing up, and I had to go through that divorce, and I fucking presented it to the fucking courtroom. Why is my ex-wife allowed to live in one house and I'm not allowed to live in this other? Because I had 2 properties, 2.
Mhm.
They said they could not answer the fucking question. So when I
Wait,
fucking
what?
yeah, dude.
Wait, what?
It's documented, guys. It's
It's
documented.
a separate domicile, but they told you could not live there.
No,
What
I
the
have 2
fuck?
properties. 2 properties in the fucking town that I live in that I helped build
What the
from
fuck
the
over?
ground up. My 1 month off of my Iraq deployment was 2 bricks up, and I built that 38 by 40 foot fucking basement, a fucking roof, a fucking attachment, and the fucking porch. And I took my VA loan that was 0 down, right, and bought another house, and I lost both of them. Both of them.
Wow.
If it wasn't for my mom, I would have been another homeless vet because we don't have enough of those, right? So my fucking mom was the one who has never turned her back on me, that I was able to fucking go on. Do you guys know how fucking humbling that is? To going from having $2 and change in your account, trying to fucking raise a family, to having 2 properties, to getting fucked up from divorce and having to move back into your fucking mom's basement. Do you know how humbling that shit is? It's fucking humbling. And that happened to me.
That's
I
like
had
a
to do
king
it.
in exile. That's like a king in exile.
Yeah.
Well, why? Well, if I may say so,
Wow.
I do
well,
have
Father Saunders, why, Father, what?
Wow.
If that's the case, why did you get married?
well, holy shit. I mean, fuck, man. How am I going to answer that question back in the fucking 2000s?
I
Okay.
know.
If I went back, it's a good question. No,
It sounded like a good idea at the time.
It's a good question. Okay, but I had married the woman that I was with for 4 years, so I didn't rush what I'm talking about. Okay, if you think 4 years is rushing it, then I think you're fucking wrong. I waited 4 years before I married.
That's not bad, really.
No, okay, because a lot of people go for a year or less, and they're like, "Oh, let's get married, let's move in." I waited 4 fucking years. Okay, so I thought I had this shit down, just like a lot of guys, and I raised her kids, and her kids still talk to me this day when they have fucking real shit going on, because they can't talk to her because she freaks the fuck out. But she makes really good money because she's a traveler's nurse. So she makes really good money.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to fucking real shit, like Dad, real shit, they come here and they get emotional here. And they fucking want answers here. And I told them, do you understand whose house you're in? Do you understand who you were asking fucking advice from? Look, I will help you, but don't ever forget where this fucking help came from. I was with you when your own father wasn't. Do not fuck with me.
There you go, baby. There you go.
That's what I do. And my own biological kids, who my oldest will be here tomorrow, my 14-year-old. You guys know him as Son Saunders. If you've ever were with the live stream with me, he'll be 14 in July. He's 13 now. He's got a 13 fucking size shoe, and he's 5'8". Yeah, he's a big fucking boy. Big fucking boy. And I try to teach him as I can when it comes to examples of a red pill or relationships. I don't discourage him, but I say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Here's how it's going right now, because I don't want him to go through that shit. What man on this panel now would want his own son to have to go through what he did when he got divorced or by, whatever it is?
Exactly. Oh, exactly, man. And damn, son, I commend you for your methodic approach to teaching him the red pill. Yeah, man. Now remember, folks, if you embrace red pill philosophy, that doesn't mean you can't have a relationship.
No, I do not discourage that. I encourage him to do it, just like we all do.
You got to bump
no
your
way
own
that
head
we can all know that we know without having to go through it. There's no way that we could all know what we did without having to go through it. There's no fucking way. We can teach all we want, but they have got to go through something, because challenge is what makes you grow. Challenge is what makes you stronger. You have to have adversities to fucking learn from it. Period. End of story.
Yeah, man. You got to remember, a caterpillar is cool, but it is the struggle to escape the chrysalis that eventually makes a butterfly. If you crack that open and let him out early, he doesn't have the strength to survive.
No, they got to know it, man. They got to know, because there's nothing wrong with having hormones. There's nothing wrong with being attracted to a woman in the way they smell,
no, man.
They feel, the way that they touch, the way that they make you feel. All these things, that's normal. As a guy, it's a beautiful thing. But the problem is the dynamic that we're in right now, guys. It's just not feasible. And it sucks having to tell your fucking children this shit. I don't want to tell my fucking kids this. I don't want to tell this panel that. And I don't want to fucking sit there and try to act like I know what I'm talking about to someone who's 24 years my senior. This is fucked up shit, guys. But it is what it is. It's the fucking reality of the situation.
Yeah, man. And you got to remember, the essence of red pill philosophy is no children out of wedlock, no marriage, no cohabitation. That's it. Did you see anywhere in there that says you can't talk to women or date or have a relationship? No,
absolutely not. There is no.
All we want you brothers to do is keep your eyes open when you interact with these females. That's all.
That's it. So when
I'm gonna say that if you're interacting with women, you're engaging with them, you've got the Me Too situation, you've got all sorts of situations. One thing leads to another, and that is just I hate to say it's too dangerous even to want to have a social relation, because that very quickly into a sexual relation, and then you're asking for trouble.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
You're alone in a room.
I'm in my 40s, right? When I was growing up in my 40s, let alone your 50s or 60s, like you, Sifu, it was a whole different dynamic.
Yeah,
there was no hashtag. There was no pound sign. It's a fucking pound sign. It's pound Me Too, and you fucking played yourself. Okay, because it's a fucking pound sign. It's not a hashtag. It's fucking pound. All right. So when you were fucking growing up, there was just fucking approaching, getting rejected, whatever. There was no fucking you're harassing me. It was just a yes or a no.
Yes.
It wasn't harassing.
And
And that
take your
was me,
lumps.
24
and-
years fucking seafood junior. There was no harassing. There was dances. There was
Yeah.
get-togethers. There
Take
was
your
house
lumps
parties.
and
There was MMR
Yeah.
parties. There was bonfire parties. There was house parties. There was all these fucking things to go and meet people. And if something happened, there was no fucking coming back on you. Oh, this guy fucking came on to me unwittingly. That was not fucking around. That did
Yeah.
not exist.
and you take your lumps like a motherfucking man.
Yeah, you took your
Exactly,
lump back
Psycho
in.
Psycho.
ass.
So, exactly.
But now
I got
creep
rejected.
goes to
That was
jail.
it.
Creep
All
Psycho.
you
So,
needed was
I
a
got
pin and a
rejected, that was
charm,
it.
bro. All you
Yeah.
needed was a pin and a charm when you went to the mall. But
Yeah, and
you
the
know what happened at
malls-
the shopping mall?
The
See,
mall
we Gen
Psycho.
X
So
like
the
that.
malls
So,
when I was growing up,
yeah.
all of them are fucking closing down now, man.
Done.
And it's so hard to fucking watch. They're
Your
all
mall is
closing
on this
down.
very device.
Yeah, they're all fucking closed down now. It's fucking insane to me.
I'm over here lamenting. Told my age.
So I have,
Yeah, buddy.
I've
Okay,
got
hold on.
a,
Can I
Well, damn, you told my age too, Junior.
Yeah,
Well,
the whole.
I-
Well, you
I've got-
always do with your old
yeah,
man.
dude. I've got two sets. I've
Can
got
I
two
can I
sets.
jump in here
Oh,
and
man.
ask a question to Richard Teale?
All
He
right.
unplugged his external mic and he wants to try with his different mic. Can you jump in, Richard Teale, and let us hear what you got?
Do I need to get off here?
No, you don't. You
No,
do
you're
not. I believe
No
he's in here.
sound? No sound? Nothing?
Okay, I hear some
Oh,
sound,
even
no
better.
wind, but a little bit better, but not great.
Oh,
Okay.
it came back.
Hear me, but it's very faint. Is that right?
It's very faint, very faint. Yeah.
Right. Well, if I plug in that external mic and don't hang on to it, maybe that's going to work. I'll just leave it freestanding. Maybe because I was holding it, it
Yeah,
created
maybe,
wind.
but
Yeah.
you need to bump up your mic ability. You're at roughly 40%. You need to be at 70.
Right.
So-
I'm not sure how to do that. I've clicked on the mic thing. There doesn't seem to be a level.
Yeah, I don't know how your system is, so I can't advise. But go through it and set up a one-on-one with someone. They can talk you through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, but you're fine. We can still hear you. But just
Hey, but you're
barely.
here overall, you know.
Yeah. No, it's great.
So.
I've plugged in the external mic. Is that any better? And I've left it sitting without hanging onto it. Is there no wind?
Yeah, there's no wind, but it's still not loud. There's a little bit of wind, maybe.
Right. Okay.
There's wind.
I'll
It's something to do with a gate. I think there's a gate on your mic, and when you're not speaking, there's a wind.
Well, are you guys all enjoying yourselves despite what's going on right now, getting everybody fixed up?
Yeah.
There
I'm
we
cool.
go.
Dude, I cannot. How long was I on before I knew I was on?
About an hour. You know what it
Holy
is.
fucking shit.
No, I'm just kidding. You want to know.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't an
but
hour,
God
half an
damn,
hour
dude.
maybe.
You about
But
half
Richard
an
Teale
hour.
was talking, and it was such great talk. The time flew by like nothing. It was,
Yeah.
Guys, I appreciate you dealing with my non-savviness when it comes to this.
Oh
shit.
no, it's good to come on and not say anything until somebody says something to introduce you.
I would have said something sooner, man. When I get on a fucking tangent, man, I can go off on the shit for a long time.
That's great. Yeah, we all can.
And Psych Soap and Seafood, man, you guys got a lot of fucking fantastic points. And Cowboy, thanks for having us on.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yep.
Cowboy,
what's
I've
your
given
ad?
you a lot of shit, man, because I caught you and Bob waffling on my fucking stream. So when it comes to waffling, if you guys know, that was Bob and fucking Cowboy on my fucking live stream.
Yo, Cowboy and Polska Bob are really good at this shit.
That's right, baby.
They're
The art
really
of
good.
the waffle.
They're really good until I call them out on their logistics to have shit fucking ready to go. When I call them out on their logistics, they're like, "Oh, fucking Father Saunders, hey man, fucking, you guys got to teach us how to do this shit, Father Saunders."
Hey, yo, MV, Mgtow Value.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a stream? Did you have a stream earlier tonight?
No, not tonight.
that's
Normally,
tomorrow.
what is it? Friday night.
I was
night.
having one
Okay.
started, man, but I stopped it because I didn't know how long you were going to go, so I ended my stream for After Hours with Father, because After Hours with Father is a thing, and I was going to do it tonight, and then I fucking realized I was actually on, and I stopped it.
Ooh-wee. Sipping
Yeah,
on
I've
the
been
bullshit.
doing the listening post for over 3 years now. I just go on and we've got a good thing going. We've had a good thing going almost since the beginning. So
Love
it's good.
it,
Just
man.
men can just drop in and
Who's in the middle there? Hey, you showed your face. I'll show my face here. How about that?
Oh my God.
I'll make you a little.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Oh, dude, if I do, man, all the honeys will come on, man. You know this.
Oh, you will. You stop.
Awesome, guys.
Hey, but shit, yeah, Mgtow values, man. That listening post is that shit. You remember those damn stations and shit on the FM radio dial? It might either be the college station that plays all of those alternative, not only just alternative, but like old psychedelic shit. That's what I like, man.
What do we got here? Do we see
there
some
we go.
fucking Father Saunders?
So that's like the fucking. Oh, is this a pose down? Oh man.
Yeah.
Here you go, Father Saunders, boy. You got the fucking $1 million smile. Look at this smile, man. You got it, man.
Right on.
I don't know. We're gonna need some friggin' hammers to keep the honeys out from now on.
Hammers, motherfucker. You know I'm a fucking $1,000 I fucking spent on these teeth, bitch.
Oh. Welcome.
No, man, I'm not afraid to show my face. I've been on fucking YouTube with my face since 2013. I've been on YouTube since May of 2007, guys. And I had to recreate my fucking YouTube persona, so to speak. And to do that at the time, I had to make a new fucking name, which was Father Saunders, and that started in 2013. But I've been a member since 2007.
Wow.
Riggs says you better run, Flanders.
Fucking Riggs, dude. Riggs, the fuck's out of my hat.
You hear banjos?
You better run, Flanders. They got this big thing with Ned Flanders. They call me Flanders from fucking Simpsons. How to diddly-o, neighbor? All that fucking shit. I don't know why.
You shut your whore mouth, Riggs. God damn it. Oh my God. Great, man. This is
all
what
have me on, man. I get on my rant sometimes and I fucking talk some shit, and I didn't even know I was fucking on, man, because I usually have an avatar released at the minimum, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, you guys can hear me? Oh fuck, fucking okay, blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna fucking sit there and ramble the whole fucking time.
Well, Father, I'm kind of in the same boat. I just kind of hopped on here. I said fuck it and started making videos, and all I do is block my camera with my hand. So maybe down the road I can figure out how to do this.
You
I could do that with my shit. And then open my shit back up. I didn't even know I could do that for the longest time.
Just duct tape. Get duct tape.
Tape that shit.
Father, they want me to spit a Bible verse for you. Well, I can't spit a Bible verse for you except for I don't know. Oh shit, a fucking Bible verse. Holy shit.
Maybe we don't need one. Maybe that's why you can't come up with one.
We need one.
Maybe we all just know that, we're all here together.
Bible verse for you off the cuff. Can't do it.
I can't remember what part of the Bible it's in. It's in one of the books. What is it? It is better to reside on the corner. It is better to live on the corner of a rooftop than to reside in a house with a contentious woman.
Yeah, with the quarrelsome woman, whatever that is. Yeah.
Proverbs.
I could say Saunders 3:16 says, "I just whooped your ass." I mean, yeah. Breaking glass. Here it comes.
I thought he was going to stun his own brother at WrestleMania, though. I'm not even gonna lie.
When it comes to WrestleMania, I've been watching that since Hulk Hogan fucking body slammed Andre the Giant back in WrestleMania. What was it? 3?
Hulk Hogan.
85. Yeah. I think it was 85. Dude, that was such a long fucking time ago, and I loved wrestling so much. The Ultimate Warrior, Hulkamania. I am a real American. He's got his fucking shit, and then you have the Ultimate Warrior. Dun. He's fucking like he's got
run around the whole house,
shaking the fucking ropes and shit, dude.
Yeah, that shit makes you want to DDT your mama. Dude. I'm seriously for real.
I loved that shit, man. I loved it. If I would have known growing up, guys, and anyone who's my age or older or within my age, I would have never have saw the world that we live in now being the way that it was when I was younger. There's no fucking way.
Amen. I think about that every day, bro.
Dude, I think about it all the time, brother. It's just not. It's not near what I thought it was. I was so optimistic and hopeful and all that stuff. And I'm not saying I'm nihilistic and not hopeful now, but when you get through life experiences and get fucked over so many times, and you help all these people, and it's never appreciated or whatever it is, man, it makes you bitter, and you have to fight that bitterness, man, because bitterness. I'll admit I've been there, and I'm just like, how do you combat that shit? How do we tell the younger people who will never have to go through what we've been through? And that's no knock on them, but we've had to go through shit that they may never have to go through to get to where we are now thinking.
Combating that's on us. I mean, that's our own mindset. You know, we got to adjust our own thinking, our own psychology to get through that and think about it differently. I mean, it is what it is, bro.
And we never had that, though. We never had those uncles, those fucking dads, those fucking grandpas and all that shit that we have now, which is why I love doing what I'm doing, because people have said, hey, you've helped me. I'm like, oh, I don't say this to them, but I'm like, are you serious? I fucking helped you. How the fuck did I help you? I didn't know anyone wanted to listen to me. No one wanted to listen to you. And it's like, no, you relate to us, or I relate to what you're saying. And I would have never thought that anyone wanted to listen to fucking what the hell I had to say. When I have my navigating divorce, I have a 5-part series on my fucking channel. Here's what you may go through, not what you will go through, but what you may go through. You guys need to look at this shit before you decide to fucking give your all to another woman.
Bro, what you're doing right now, you know, just putting your voice out there and talking about your experience and, you know, trying to give advice.
I don't mean the bullshit.
That's a big deal. I mean, that's important. And, you know, I think all of us here on this panel, I mean, that's a big part of why we're putting our voices out here and trying to reach out to, you know, these young boys and make sure that they don't at least try, you know, to make sure that they don't go through the same shit that we went through.
Or if they do, they have a place to fall back on, being like, what did I do wrong? Or, okay, I don't think I did anything wrong. You know, what can I learn from this?
Yeah.
I wish I had that shit, man, 20 years ago. If I would have had this shit, guys, fuck. I'm not saying I would have done anything different. I can't look at you as a man and tell you I would, but at least I'd be more educated. I could make a better risk assessment based on what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
same with me. I didn't have a dad that gave any advice at all. He was a man child. You know what I mean? He wasn't a man raising a boy.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Bob.
Yep. Oh shit.
Hey, it's Bob.
Oh fuck, it's fucking waffler.
Oh no, it's the North and South rivalry.
Yeah, here it comes. You've just entered the Waffle House. Soap, you still there?
The Waffle House started on my fucking stream. Remember that.
Okay, Soap, my goddamn arch nemesis. Hello, Soap.
I got them things that make you go.
All right, Soap is 1 and Pulse Kebab is 0. All right, I haven't forgotten Soap, by the way.
Well, let me find out. You trying to get one over on your boy, so let me find
His
out.
fucking father Saunders, Bob and fucking Cowboy 0. Father Saunders 1 and Bob and Cowboy 0.
I might actually send you a package if I get your address, and it might be a Pringles can, if you know what I mean.
Oh, dude,
that's some shit Riggs would do. Come on,
you
man.
can't send me a Pringles can when I was doing nothing but helping you get your logistics right.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Soap.
No.
Shit can me. Ooh, what? Oh, hey, man, was that a fifth? But no, that was a half motherfucking gallon. God. Hey.
Hey, Ma, how you doing?
It's
Ma? Okay.
That is too much pandemonium over there. Look at that.
Oh, Mom just got back from Vegas.
Is Flanders doing a handle?
That's a handle, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
My vodka drinks are 15 ounces of vodka and 15 ounces of orange juice.
Well,
that's a lot of vodka.
That's not a mimosa. I'll tell you that.
Well, so he does work out, and he is very fit still for his age. So.
Well, thank you.
Bob, do you have a crush on him?
I am 42.
No. I have a crush on Scotty Side's hair because I lost my hair when I was 20.
I advise Scotty Side on how to work out, take care of his hair too. So what's up?
Oh, I was gonna say Chris Mitchell's in here, and he wants feet pics from him for his OnlyFans.
What are you talking about? Feet pics?
What's up, brother?
Angler, what's going on? How are you doing, my man?
I'm okay, Bob.
Did you get your tax return yet?
I did.
Oh man, don't even get me started with
Good
that.
night, Mom.
I have not gotten mine yet. So
Mom just got back from Vegas, guys, so she's going to bed now.
Oh,
she wanted any money?
Mom, tell everybody you love them.
I love ya.
Okay.
No,
It's Mom Saunders, guys.
No.
Mom Flanders.
You guys fucking first. That was Mom Saunders. That's the first time.
That's hilarious.
Wasn't for my mom, I'd be a homeless wreck.
I think you're sweet.
Now you guys are going to be on here with Father Saunders, so he fucking sits down to pee.
Oh no, no. Hey,
You're not going to see it, you fucker.
Hey.
Come on.
Hear it though. I got on earphones. What the?
You're going to fucking hear it, all right? Because I don't want to evacuate unless I sit down to pee.
Oh my God! Really?
Hey,
Turn off your mic, dude.
Hold on.
Cowboy, take him out of the chat for that. We don't need to hear this.
You can
I'm gonna go.
Make sure you don't piss all over the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna go out for a smoke break, so I don't have to hear it. All right, later.
Real.
You can sit there
Cowboy, man.
and watch my dog that fucking guards me while I pee the whole fucking time.
Are you putting your dog on your lap while you're sitting down to
She
pee?
comes in here every time. It's like she's guarding me when I got to take a piss. It's weird.
But are you sitting down to pee?
Well, of course I am. If I sit down and pee and I admit it, then I can't be made fun of for it. And I can tell you that I feel like I fully evacuate when I do it. So if you guys want to be like, oh my God, Father Saunders sits down to pee, and I'll be like, yeah, I do. Then you can't fucking get to me.
You're never gonna live that down. I'll tell you that.
No, guys. No, honestly, I'll live it down because I had to go through fucking esophageal fucking analyses and fucking colonoscopies and all this shit to figure out why the fuck my shit's all fucked up.
Oh, you had talked about that.
Yeah, it's all fucked up, man. It doesn't bother me at all. If you guys want to make fun of me when I sit and I pee, it's all good.
No. What's going on with that?
I had what's called polyps. My dad had polyps too, so they had to take polyps out because polyps can become cancer in your colon. And I don't have any infection. I don't have any inflammation. There's no diverticulitis. There's no gluten intolerance, but my stomach is inflamed. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to go to what's called a gastrointestinal fucking specialist to see if I have any food allergies and all that shit.
Right on. Do you feel stressed out?
Well, it's been 5 years this last February since I've been separated from my ex-wife, and I raised kids that weren't mine from the ages of 8 and 6, and then I had my own with her, and that 834 days without seeing my kids, 1,221 before I got into the every other weekend without having to have supervision and all that shit. That was a mind fuck, guys. I don't hope you guys go through any of that shit ever in my life.
I understand, bro.
Yeah, stress was a big fucking indicator on that for sure.
Maybe that's fucking with your stomach.
Could be. But Riggs likes to give me shit about sitting and peeing because we have pooping while standing that joins our forums. He's like,
yeah,
you need to be peeing while sitting. So I thought it's kind of funny.
That's a funny ass name, isn't it?
No, I do that shit because I feel like I fully evacuate when I do it. It's no big deal. And I'll see my two youngest ones who are 11 and 8. They'll be 12 at 9 this summer. I don't get to see them for about 6 weeks at a time. And you're like, well, why? Because what am I going to do when I don't see them? I can tell their mother, why don't you encourage, the kids to call me or come over here, right? I've been in the opposite position where when kids did want to go with their father, the police officer, when I was in Hawaii, looked at him and said, what do you want me to do? Drag them out. So as a guy, you're going to get fucked. But if you were a woman, you could probably call the cops and get those kids out of there. But it's not that way if you got a swinging dick, guys. If you got a dick, you're fucked in this society. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my 14-year-old, my soon-to-be 14-year-old, he loves coming here. He doesn't miss a weekend. I taught him how to do his ABCs, count from 1 to 100, all that shit when I was still going in the military. And he's good to go. He's the one I take boxing with me. The other two.
You know what? If you got your boy, that's a good thing. I understand that, you got daughters and you miss them, but if you have access to the boy, that's a good deal, man.
Well, the daughter that I have, it's not my biological, but I raised her since she was 3 years old, and we don't talk now, unfortunately. So,
thanks, Mom. Yeah.
There's no real communication there, guys. You have to learn how to emotionally divorce yourself from certain things, and I pray that you guys don't have to go through this because it's fucking hard. It's really hard.
I can't imagine, bro.
Yeah.
The worst part that I went through, my son, was withheld from me for 4.5 months. And, eventually his mom told me that I would have to take her to court if I want to see him again, which is pretty fucked up. So we went through mediation. We got a court order, all that bullshit. But, during that time that I couldn't see him, I sent him a care package every week. I would go to the dollar store, buy him a pack of gum, some candy.
He never got it.
Just random shit. And then I would write him a letter every week,
I guarantee he never got it.
Well, he told me and his mom told me that she read them to him.
Okay.
So he told me and his mom told me that she read them. Wow, that was a repeat echo.
Yeah, you're echoing there, Angler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was me. That was me, Angler. My bad.
834 days without seeing him. And then when I finally got to see him, I got to see him in what's called a therapeutic reintegration therapy session.
Oh, Christ. Are you serious?
God, does that sound like a bunch of psycho babble bullshit?
Yep.
Go
ahead.
I had to do that, 8 sessions of that. And then I had to do what was called supervised visitation. So when I took them on my every other weekend, even if I had to go to the bathroom with my 6-year-old, she walked in and had a clipboard and had to watch me help him go to the bathroom.
And this is a boy, by the way,
Yeah,
or a girl.
this is a little 6-year-old boy.
Okay,
damn,
so
man.
a female had to walk into the bathroom, the men's bathroom, with you and your boy,
Yes.
and watch this shit and document it.
Yes. I had to go through all that, guys.
Holy shit.
So
That is fucking clown world bullshit like nobody's business.
It's clown world bullshit, guys, and I made it through. I made it through as a fucking combat vet who's already fucked up in the head. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got a lot of shit in my head. And I've had my sergeant first class and staff sergeant. They already killed themselves, so they're no longer here because, they got fucked up.
Do you have PTSD?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Father Flanders, you couldn't save them?
I couldn't save them. I tried.
How many?
I couldn't save them.
How many?
2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah, they're not here anymore. And they were my staff sergeant, my platoon sergeant. They're not here anymore. I couldn't save them.
You know what? I understand you feel the weight of that, right?
I do, but I've done what's called compartmentalize emotions in my fucking head.
Okay.
This is gonna sound foreign to a lot of guys. When you compartmentalize that shit, when I had to move back into my fucking basement that I'm walking down right now, after having not one but two properties after building up from a financial situation that was $2 and change after everything was said and done. And this is for real. When I had to go through reintegration therapy and I had to go through parental supervised parental shit, I didn't think that I was going to get through this, guys. I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. So this is why I say the shit that I do, guys. Because if I can do it, that means somebody else who's fucking weak can look at this fucking shit or this fucking stream or any of that and be like, look, this guy did it.
Hey, Father Flanders, this is an actually well-documented thing. I actually went through this. I lost two real good people in my life within 3 years of each other, who were the guy who inspired me to become a musician and pick up instruments and learn how to play. And because he was so damn good that I sat next to him and I just wanted to play bass next to his guitar. And then he passed away, crushed my heart. Actually, the day he died, my heart like shattered into 1,000 pieces. And it took me, I don't know how many years to put it all back together. And then I came across somebody else who went through the same thing and realized that this is all something that happens to all of us. You know, we all think we're alone, right? And the bottom line is we are not. And I know Sifu was saying this earlier. Before I had to jet out and jump into another stream, is we're all saying the same story. We're just sharing it to each other, right? We're helping men out, right?
Yeah.
And it's all the same story. It really is, too. And you know what? I've been watching a lot of the Reddit like relationship channels and stuff like that, and they talk about the open marriages, and there's literally like 1,000 stories. You can listen to these things for weeks, okay? And it all has the same story.
Well, look, what we have is fucking real. What we feel is fucking real. There ain't nobody that can come on here and be like, I understand where you're coming from. In a certain retrospect, yes, they can, but they usually stay silent, right? But you can't have a woman or you can't have a lot of people coming in there and say, look, I get this and I get that, because you don't fucking get it. All right.
Father Flanders, the point I'm getting to is there was nothing before this, before Mgtow and the internet and the manosphere created all of this, is that we all came to the same place. We just asked ourselves one question. It's, what did I do wrong? Right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
when we
who's
talked
in the
about,
chat right now?
when we talked about what did we do wrong, there's nothing wrong with that inherently, because
No.
we have self-reflection, right? Self-reflection.
Yeah, we always
it's part of making yourself a better person, right? But when you don't have that reflection from the other person, from the other party, from the other entities, that's what makes it the hardest fucking thing to do, because we've recognized our own weaknesses, but they don't.
But Father Flanders, what the internet is trying to do to us now is isolate all of us and try to keep us from telling the same, getting to the same goddamn place. Okay? We've all realized it. We've all been wrong. Somehow, some place, some guys have avoided it. Mgtow Values even said it earlier. He was lucky enough, and he saw it in the 80s. And he was lucky enough to avoid it. But the bottom line is, gynocentrism is here to stay, and there's no way we can stop the crazy train of female fuckery, and we can't steer the train at all.
Has
We're
to get
just
worse before it gets better, Bob. For real.
One of my best videos was the video where I didn't take this line, but I did it. I said feminism liberated men, not women. And I think your point is where the destination is that point where men become aware of their own liberation.
You are correct.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? Mgtow values.
What sucks is that we have men here. We have men right here who are willing to give up who they were to fucking be with that woman, love that woman, protect that woman, provide for that family, and it was never ever once fucking appreciated. That's what fucking hurts. All that attention, time, and energy, all that return on investment, we will never see, and we thought we would get that growing up.
That's it right there. That's it right there.
And no, Father Sanders, I rewrote my biology to never accept that fact. Gynocentrism is a crazy train of female fuckery that has no brakes, and I got off the train a long time ago. And there's only one path for this, okay? And it's off of a cliff. And sooner or later, that's what's going to happen.
Father Flanders, I can relate to you. I never served, so the damage is not the same, but I'm clinically diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder from childhood. So I know what the daily feelings are like. It burns, you know, and having to deal with something like that and what you spoke about previously, you know, you talked about not being appreciated. You know, you put in so much work. I mean, fuck, bro, you went to fucking war and got PTSD.
Angler,
I think you want a little appreciation, you know.
Angler, I think you guys are in the reverse roles. Father Flanders is the therapist and he can treat you.
Polska, hold on 1 second. We'll listen to what you have to say. Angler, go ahead and finish.
I'm done with what I ended with. I mean, I'd like to hear from you now, if that's okay.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, Bob. We'll listen to you, brother. You always have a
No. I don't have anything to say other than this. Is that Flanders? You're the therapist, and you can treat Angler in this.
Okay, Angler. Angler, what's your question, brother?
I'm done talking, bro. Your turn.
You wanted me to answer something for you. What was that?
I didn't think there was a question. I just thought there was two different roads.
Well,
to
okay.
sort of the same
Let me tell you guys this. I'll tell you guys one thing that might answer.
Let me quickly interrupt all of you and just say, all of you, feel free to interrupt and disrespect Polska Bob at will.
You know what, cowboy? Fuck off.
I'll try to answer it.
I'm going to take a smoke break anyway.
I'll try to answer it the best I can, Angler. With almost another question, but not quite. Is if I can adopt and take care of other children that aren't mine, if I can take myself and my life, put it in a scenario where my life is going to be potentially taken for a whole year, if I can prove that I risked my life and that's still not enough to prove what I am as a man, then what else can I do as a man if my life is not good enough for you?
I'm going to cut in on an answer here that's not going to be very pleasant, but I heard, and I think this is true, that it doesn't matter about the size of the present you give to a woman. She just needs to know that there is a source of resources to back her up. So if you give her a 10-cent flower every day, it's better than giving her $1 million house and then not doing something for a year.
Exactly.
Because they just need constant reinforcement. Little things
are
better than one big thing.
I agree,
and that's the way
because
that women are engineered.
Women are engineered to be, for example, if I do 99 things right, Angler does 99 things right out of 100.
Yep.
You're never going to be recognized for those 99 things out of 100 you did right. You're going to be reminded of the one thing you did wrong out of those 100 things.
Yeah. There's the shit.
So
make sure that
I gave and was willing to give my life If that's not good enough, what is good enough for a woman? I'm asking the panel right now, because if I give and was willing to give my life and that's not good enough, you tell you tell me what's good enough.
A flower
What can
every
I
day.
give
10
outside of my
cent
life?
flower every day.
What can I give that is more important than my life?
The only other option is your life, bro.
There is no option, because I already offered it.
Just give attention
put it on the
every
line.
day. A little present every day is better than one
I
big
put it
thing.
on the line. I risked my life for it, and it still wasn't good enough. So if my
It's in the
life,
past.
if your life angler, if your life fucking seafood, if your life cowboy, if your life Polska Bob, if your life Psycho Soap, if your life is not good enough to be put on the line and tested, then I want you guys to tell me, what more can you give than your life?
Nothing for a man.
I'll take it all back. You guys can answer it. I'll take it all back.
No, that for a man, you did the most thing, and you're my friend for life. You're my
what do you
friend
give
for life.
other in your life? There's nothing more you can
There's
give.
nothing more. You
There's
can't take
nothing
anything
more.
You can't give anything
It's your
more.
life. You can't give nothing more.
But that's
That's
for
what
a
I
man,
did,
not for a
guys.
woman. Women don't
That's
care
what I
about
did.
that.
That's what I did.
And if you did it to try to impress a woman,
I came back for a month after my Iraq deployment, and I could even take a phone, record me, and have like the where you have the top half and bottom half where I record me and my reaction and what's going on my phone.
Split cam.
I can take you to not one but both of my properties. I'll show you all of it, and I risked all that, and it still isn't good enough.
Yeah, women
I did
are wired
17 trips in my dad's fucking 1990 GMC truck to build this house and gut this house that my wife got. Before that, I can show you the fucking 38 by 40 foot fucking basement that I fucking brick by brick with her father-in-law, because he's a fucking really good at construction. I'll never take anything away from my father-in-law. I fucking hate the motherfucker, but he knows how to build the house. And I re-roofed the house. I took the fucking porch down. I helped rebuild the porch, and I helped rebuild the fucking addition. And when they redid the addition and they poured the fucking concrete, everybody's handprint was on there but mine. And her house that she lives in now, no down payment, no any of that shit, because of my VA fucking loan. I gutted that house. I took all the shit to the dump. They live in this fucking extravagant shit, and I had to move back in with my fucking mom in my basement.
So talking, mentioning, the tens and tens of thousands of dollars that you lost, Father Saunders. Why did you get married? Why did you put yourself in that position?
I'm going to tell you guys something that is probably going to sound funny, right? When I met my now ex-wife, I thought there was something in her, and I ended the relationship 3 times. 3 times I ended it because I was not ready to be a dad. I was 23 at this time, guys. I'm an adult, but I'm still a kid. Those of you that know what I'm talking about. I'm an adult, but I'm still a fucking kid at this time.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do I know about being a fucking dad? What the fuck do I know? Back in the fucking late 90s, early 2000s. I didn't fucking know. But I ended it 3 times. And her kids really fucking lashed onto me. So if you ask, why did you get married? It's like this woman had this energy, this smile that looked like it was only for me. I don't know if you guys.
No, I know. I know. If I can interrupt you for a second, just because we're on the topic. I think I've shared this before, but I don't know how many times. My dad, I love my dad, but he is this way. He is blue pill in this way. I'm very thankful that I had a father. I know a lot of people didn't, but what I wanted to mention was, my father, he got married, and then he got divorced, and then he got remarried, and now he's, whatever, blue pill. He's totally controlled by his second wife. I don't understand, or at least in the past I did not. I think I have inklings of understanding now. I don't understand how my father could get divorced. And his situation is very similar to yours, Father Saunders. He lost everything. He had 2 multi-unit investment properties. He had a house that his Mexican father, his immigrant father gave to him. His immigrant Mexican father also gave him a gas station at the corner of North Avenue and Ashland in Chicago, 1 block away from a very, very busy interstate. If you know anything, I'm sorry to go long here, but if you know anything about interstates, any gas station built next to an interstate receives a lot of traffic, so it's like really good property. Coincidentally, the land now is the land is now owned by the governor of Illinois. Have you guys ever heard of the Hyatt Regency? You guys know Hyatt Hotels?
Yep, I know it.
Cowboy, which governor? Blagojevich, the one that's in
Hyatt Regency. I did that because I was part of what's called Pro Scout. Pro Scout back in the day hired models and shit. I tried to get in the modeling shit when I was in my 20s. I know what Pro Scout is. I know what Hyatt Regency is. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm wrapping up one story around another. Yeah, so the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, he owned him and his family own the Hyatt. I'm sure you guys have heard of Hyatt Hotels, and they just built this year. I think I don't know, maybe late last year. They just built a new hotel at the corner of North Avenue and Ashland. It's 1 block away from an interstate. Basically, the value of these properties, adjusted for inflation, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars is what my father lost. I don't understand how my father can marry a woman, lose everything, and within less than 1 year, he puts himself legally in the same position by marrying another woman.
Because we fucking believed. We believed that a woman would have our fucking back. We believed that they would support us, that they would be our fucking pillar, that they would be there for us when we needed them more than anybody else. That is where they fucking felt. That is where
Cowboy, the answer is very simple.
Let me finish because this shit's fucking personal, all right? We believed that we would have somebody there for us to catch us when we fall, to support us, to be our pillar when we were fucking weak, to fucking be our fucking supportive fucking. You guys know Conor McGregor and his wife Dee? That's a fucking perfect analogy of what a fucking marriage should be, because she was there with him when he was fucking at his lowest. He was a plumber making 180 pounds or whatever the fuck it was in Ireland a fucking week, and she fucking supported him, brought him in, said, you concentrate on your diet and your fucking fighting shit, and we'll fucking combat shit as it goes. And she has been there with him since then. That is the perfect fucking example of what a woman is supposed to be for a fucking man that you will never fucking get nowadays, because it's too volatile, guys. It's worse than the fucking stock market. You will never have a woman that's going to be there for you when you're down and out. If you're down and out, she's going to be like, oh, I got fucking 18 other fucking guys here on this fucking account here that will fucking accept me for who I am. I'm not going to fucking build with you. I'm not going to wait for you at the finish line. I'm not going to sit there and start with you from the fucking beginning and help you reach that finish line. I'm going to be this fucking person that's going to be there at the finish line instead of fucking helping you when you fucking first started. It's the worst fucking scenario that we can have right now. And we have kids, we have fucking sons, we have all this shit that's going on right now that we have to fucking sit there and fucking try to portray this fucking dynamic that's going on right now. That sucks, because would you want a grandchildren? Of course I want a grandchild, grandson, granddaughter, whatever, but it's never going to fucking happen in the dynamic that we have today, guys, because if you have the dynamic that we have today, if you have a fucking woman who's on a fucking social media and all this, if I, as a man, let's just say I'm a son at 13, 14, 15-year-old, and I don't agree with what you do, well, I got 10 other guys. I've got 15 other guys. I got 100 other guys who are going to fucking do what I want. And that's just not the fucking way it's going to go.
Instant
all
fucking
fucked up, guys. It's all fucked up.
Instant fucking gratification, man.
Yes.
Yes, it is. That's
it's fucking validation. It's instant validation. It's fucking
they're in women are now in the center, and that's it. Everything flows into them. Nothing flows out.
And you can't combat it. You can't combat it.
No way to combat
other than
it.
try to teach your sons, here's what you do. And I'm not going to be able to teach my sons. I don't teach my sons, don't go after women. Don't think women are attractive. Don't think they smell good. They feel good. All this. I look at my son and I say, hey, women are always going to feel good. They're going to fucking speak good. They're going to smell good. They're going to do all this. But I want you to be aware of X, Y, and Z. Why is this that way, son? and I want them to question themselves. Because
it's always going to be their sugar and spice, and they're all things nice, and every fucking thing. Okay, this is gynocentrism.
Everything that we knew, we got it because we haven't experienced it. But what do we do to tell and teach people half our age or less? Because they got to go through it, guys. They're going to have
show
those
them
raging hormones.
Reality.
They're going to have raging hormones. They're going to have women wanting to fucking suck them off. They're going to have women wanting to fucking ride them. They're going to have women wanting to say, I'll do anything that you ask, and blah, 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 blah. And we have to sit there and be there for them saying it's not the way that it is. And it fucking
it's even going to get worse from here on out.
Yeah, it's going to get way worse. I have my son. He goes with me boxing, right? Because he didn't want to be football, soccer, and all that. My son's a big dude. So I said, you're not going to sit at home and do nothing. You're going to come with me and you're going to box. If you don't box, or if you don't do sports, you're going to come with me and box. And he's seeing it left and right. And do you know how much it sucks to have to sit there and tell my son that, hey, this isn't this or this isn't that? Because he's going to have the gynocentric fucking society coming at him saying this is the way that it is. He's going to have one, along with maybe you guys, if he finds it, saying that that's not the way it is. But what is one guy going to do compared to fucking society? Because we teach our sons, we teach our daughters, right? But when they leave that fucking screen door, that front door, whatever the fuck it is in your house, you don't have control anymore. Society does. You just hope that what you taught your son or daughter goes with them as society fucking imprints on them what they think is supposed to be the fucking way it is.
I don't know. I think there's enough out in the community that they're going to see it. Like Will Smith getting eviscerated by his wife again and again and again.
What you hope it is? You hope it is.
Mental values. I disagree. I disagree with you 100%.
Will Smith, the way that he is, the money that
I am making a prediction that Will Smith will go Robin Williams.
Hold on, Bob. What are any of us on this panel? If we can't do what Will Smith does, what Tupac does, if we can't do what they do on this panel, what the fuck chance does our sons and daughters have? If we
That's
can't
it.
do
That's the message they
do?
need to hear. That's it. If they can't win, nobody can win. Nobody can win.
So you do what you can. You do what you can, and you do what I advise right now. And this is the hardest thing, guys, because I got children just like some of you. You have to emotionally divorce yourself from what is going on. You do what you can. If you can look at yourself in the mirror, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and be happy with the person looking back at you, that you did what you could. You're happy.
Okay, Father Flanders. All right, now let's talk to people who didn't go down that road, like Mgtow values and stuff like that. I never went down the married life. I had some relationships here and there and stuff like that. And I went through all the same fucking bullshit too. I could post my story on Reddit /relationships and shit like that. Even with ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. But it all leads back to the same fucking thing, right? The female mind does not develop once they figure out that men want to fuck them.
Nope.
Okay. And then they stay in that mentality that they manipulate men to fuck them and give them whatever they want. And granted, that only lasts for about 15 years. From 16 to 30, depending on what, and it's all the same across the world. It doesn't matter what language you speak. The female programming is the same. They all speak the same language, and they all suffer the Borg mentality. We are female. You want to fuck me, and I will get you to do what I want because you want to fuck me. And then once they hit the wall and they realize that men don't want to fuck them anymore, they start to develop again mentally, and then they're so crazy angry coming out of this, this phase, and you see the videos of it coming out nowadays.
Yep. So what's your question, Bob?
I'm just saying, they're female children. They are adult children.
Once they come to that epiphany phase, when they figure out they're attractive and they can get away with whatever it is they want, they do not grow up outside of that until they get to that epiphany phase in the 30s, and they're like, "Where's all the good men?" You mean
and Father of Flanders, they literally have 15 years of everything bought and sold for them on easy mode, right?
Yeah.
Everything, presented to them, and depending on how hot they are, and you could see this with the Twitch thoughts and fucking like Amrath and all these other fucking streamers, and when Pokimane is a good one, who gets like fucking $36,000 a month, and these females literally make so much money that from all the stumpage. All right, that needs to stop.
It needs to stop. But how do we stop that?
Here's how it starts: war. That's it.
So Psycho Soap, we understand this. Everybody in this panel understands this. But
yeah, we are already ahead. We are the intelligence of the battle.
So we hope to have as much of an impact as someone like fucking someone from OnlyFans would, getting $36,000 a month. But I don't think we're going to get there.
Well, if Scotty would send me,
because we're at an advanced age.
Oh, is Chris Mitchell in here?
Understand this, but we're not going to get to those guys that simp for $10,000 for a fucking hug. If you're $10,000 for a fucking hug.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me stop this argument right before it even happens. All right, we cannot stop fucking a billion simps from making these bitches millionaires. They're gonna do what they're gonna do and get their houses, whatever they got, in their prime, in their 15 years they got, all right, before they hit the wall. And you know what? God bless them. Let them do it. I don't fucking care. It's capitalism at its best. But Chris Mitchell is here. Hello, sir.
Hello,
hey,
gentlemen.
and how you doing there, Chris? And on that note, I'm gonna put this on just video only mode, and let Mike Shupo get in. That's okay.
Psycho Soap, you do what you gotta do, brother.
Psyche Soap, god damn it.
Psyche Soap, you don't drop the soap. Who's in the left corner right now? Who's in the left corner?
It's Chris Mitchell.
Yes,
don't drop
Chris
the soap.
here.
Otherwise,
yes, the emperor, the future emperor of Canada.
Emperor. Hey,
hush yo.
It's good to fucking see you.
Bob.
Hello, gentlemen. And I just want to say, Second Soap, before you leave, you're right. The only way to change it is going to be bloodshed. Father Saunders, you're right. We were sold a lie. We believed the fucking lie. We went into marriage believing it, and we got a fucking very rude awakening at the end.
Chris, you and I have talked a lot about this shit, and we've been fucking fucked. We've been fucked.
Well, what I want to know, what I want to know, Chris Mitchell, how could you have been so stupid?
Well, I mean, I waited quite long. I mean, I didn't.
I'm kidding. I'm being a jerk. I'm being mean. I'm kidding.
No, you're right. You're right. I was fucking stupid. But I mean, I didn't get close to marriage until I was like fucking 28. You know what I mean? And I got kind of forced into it. Kind of like a shotgun wedding, but not quite. Dealing with more of immigration than pregnancy.
Right. I remember. Yeah, I remember. You're Canadian. She was American. I know it sounds terrible, but
Chris has been.
It's totally true.
Shit. Chris and I have talked about some shit, and I agree with what Chris is saying, and it's not going to be fucking okayed with the mainstream narrative, if you will.
No, and as long as we follow the same rules or not even rules, as long as we follow the rules these organizations lay down for us, right? Like, I'm a big believer and a big supporter of the fathers' rights movement, which you've probably seen all over Facebook and on YouTube and stuff. But they play the game based on rules that are set up by the people who are here to extort us.
You know what?
Aren't going to win that fucking fight. Now,
you know what, Emperor? We are starting to adapt to their rules, and we're starting to kick them in the crotch.
Let me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Polska. Just 1 second. I just want to give a big shout out to Mgtow Values. Mgtow Values. I saw you had left the stream just now. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I know I've been bugging you for a while to do an interview. I very much appreciate you calling in. Thank you, sir. Bye now.
Yeah, you know what? I saw him earlier. He has yet to give me a wrench, so fuck off with him.
There ain't no wrench given when you're doing your shit from a phone, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, no, I spoke with Mgtow Values in certain back channels. He told me he doesn't like you, Bob.
Yeah. You know what, Cowboy? I've spoken with you on back channels, and I really don't like you at all.
All right, well here we go, guys, and this is not to what the fuck am I thinking about?
Okay, Cowboy, I'll handle the ball game on Sunday. You handle the event on Friday.
You guys are.
Oh yeah, right. That reminds me. I just contacted Reverend 20 Piece yesterday or the day before yesterday. I can't recall. And so he's getting at me, and I guess him and I are going to pull the trigger on a place. I guess some people are saying that Polska Bob is suffering a vote of no confidence at this point.
Don't even get me in this fucking logistics shit.
Don't worry. I
already talked to you guys about this shit.
What I'm saying is Reverend
really, you have nothing to say in this. Okay, go ahead, Cowboy.
I was going to say Reverend 20 Piece.
Okay, hey guys,
Reverend.
Waffling aside, Cowboy. If I have your permission, anyway. After hours, we'll continue after you get off tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably end the stream in 20 or 30 minutes. You guys have at least another 15 minutes. Yeah, no, Reverend 20 Piece and I, we're basically just going to go over his head. We're going to go over Polska Bob's head and just figure a place out. And because if we listen to Polska Bob,
good to go. You better have this. If we
listen to Polska Bob is going to drag us to the south side, and one of you guys are going to get knifed with like a shank.
First of all, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, Cowboy. I told you can handle the Friday night event. I'll handle the ball game. Flanders, stay the fuck out of this.
No, absolutely not, because I'm going to correct this shit. So you better fucking recognize.
No. First of all, are you even coming, by the way? I don't have you on the guest list.
I know you don't, because you didn't fucking prove to me that I should go there.
Holy fuck, the waffling. Oh,
all right. Fuck you. Don't come. We don't need you here.
I want to come.
We got an entire city.
I want to come.
Anyway, let me please interrupt you guys for a second. I see that Psyche Soap has left the building. Psyche, thank you. If you can hear this, thank you very much for calling in. I guess same thing. I know I've contacted you before and asked for an interview. And it's very nice. It was very pleasant. It was a very pleasant surprise that you were able to pop in. So thank you.
Hey, Soap, love you. Even though you're my arch enemy.
Angry waffling intensifies. What are you gonna do?
Okay, keep drinking more vodka. Flanders, by the way.
Oh, keep drinking more vodka? Do I need to keep fucking schooling you on logistics?
I don't care about logistics from you. You're not here in the city.
Hold on. Hey, Bob. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I just received a text from the private chat from Mr. Richard Teale. He says he has to leave. Mr. Richard Teale, are you there?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Richard Teale, by the way?
Yeah.
I'll So Richard, I'm sorry,
He's
Mr.
a guy
Teale,
in the dark camera the entire night that I've been fucking saying, hey, put your face on camera or don't.
Yes. So Mr. Teale, I was going to say, Mr. Teale, you said you have to leave. If you have any final comments, now would be a good time for that.
And don't listen to Polska Teale.
Congratulate you guys on a good chat. There's a lot of things I could have added further
Oh,
comments
it's
to.
awesome.
I've got it now, but I can't show my face too well because the lighting is terrible here in this room, and it's just all no extra lamps I can set up. But hey, I'm not trying to hide my face, but hey,
No, just
next
time post an avatar.
Yeah.
No,
I
don't
couldn't
even
get
worry about it, man. You're good. You're good. Don't even worry about what Bob says.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't even worry about what Bob says. If you prefer low lighting, it's okay with me or whatever.
No, you look like a dark witch in the bottom left-hand corner. I couldn't even tell if you were a male.
You're a handsome dude in the lower left corner. Don't listen to what Bob says. You go ahead.
So you can see my face at all.
No, I couldn't see it at all.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed that we now have people named Chris Rock and Will Smith and fucking Kanye West in the fucking chat?
Oh, somebody get them. I can't get them right now.
Are you from New Zealand there?
From New Zealand. I'm in the top of the South Island.
You are New Zealand.
Yeah.
Do you know what's his name, guys? Techie?
Oh, the Kiwi? Kiwi Mgtow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody knows the Kiwi Mgtow. Yeah, we know him.
Hey, how far are you from Auckland? You're on you're on the north end, right?
I'm in the top of the South Island. I do know Casual Bachelor very well because he does a lot of, productions. He's producing content daily.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. You know Mr. Pence?
Mr. Pence? No.
Mr. Pence is Casual Bachelor.
What's it like for you right now there? If you don't mind me asking, what's it like for you right now there in the grand scheme of things?
Let me see if I can get my camera going.
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. As in, what? Can you define your question a bit better? What's it like for me here?
Are you comfortable? Are you safe?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm just living a life unemployed. My child support, standing against the nonsense, and also feeding a totally corrupted welfare state. That's my aim. I'm trying to steer clear of all of that.
Do they have passports or anything like that where you have to do certain things to go into your own grocery stores to get goods and whatnot?
All the vaccine passports are all in reasonable amount of application at the moment, but our leader, this Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister here, she has relaxed the mandates on masks and vaccine passports. So
she's the one with the big set of swinging balls, by the way, right?
Yeah,
the big forehead
and the beaver
swinging
teeth.
balls.
She's the one that laughed about fucking imprisoning and fucking forcing people in her own country to do things they didn't want to do. She just giggled about it.
Okay, Emperor Chris, we're gonna need a navy.
No, well, we're gonna, but you know what? I got to deal with Canada and the U.S. first. I mean, taking Canada really quickly just so that I can bomb the absolute fuck out of California is going to be a bit tough right now. So New Zealand's kind of like
Chris, we're gonna need a navy.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I want to hear what the Kiwi says here. If you don't mind calling you Kiwi.
Me?
Yeah. I want to know what's going on right there.
With the government and so on.
Calling somebody a Kiwi who is not a Kiwi is very offensive. Are you from Australia or
You
New
want to know what he's
Zealand?
going through? His
New
vaccine
Zealand.
passports, any of that shit. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I went to Australia for the better part of 20 years and then returned to New Zealand again. I'm a full-blown Kiwi. I'm born here, bred here. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a Kiwi. Don't call an Aussie a Kiwi.
Oh,
They
no,
will fuck you up for
I'm
that.
going to call him whatever I want to call him because I want to know what he's going through right now.
Well, yeah, I'm mentally and physically, I'm fine. Albeit, I do have a Lincoln. What do you call them? Those vaccine. I've got a fake vaccine passport that some friend gave me, but I don't use that at all. I usually just show my exemption. There's a proper exemption you can get for a masked exemption. So I'm using that. If that's what you mean, how I'm getting on to deal with the vaccine.
Okay, so you have a health exemption.
A health exemption?
Yeah,
Medical
you
exemption.
don't wear a mask. Okay, you're not a thief. Just tell us that.
Yeah, I don't wear a mask. I've never been tested. I've never been jabbed. I'm fully against all that. I mean, a couple of points. Have you guys learned of the Georgia Guidestones in the state of Georgia?
Yeah, we know that.
First of all, we are all aware of the Georgia Guidestones. 500 million people.
500 million or less. They want to get there, whether it's
and it's written in 12 different languages.
Yeah. Eight main languages and this other additional 4 to make 12 altogether. But the 8 main ones have those instructions, namely the first one, reduce the world's population to less than 500 million.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I got a quote from Jacques Teale, I'm just trying to find it here. Where is it now? That's it. And I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but this one really sums it up. Jacques Teale apparently wrote in 1981, 1 year after the Georgia Guidestones were put up, he said, in the future, it will be a question of finding a way to reduce the population. We will start with the old, because as soon as they 65 years, man lives long society dearly, then the weak, and then the useless who do nothing for society, because there will be more and more of them breeding like flies, and especially the stupid ones. Euthanasia, targeting these essential instrument of our future societies. In all cases, execute people or set up camps. We will get rid of them by making them believe it is for their own good. Too large a population, and for the most part unnecessary, is something economically too expensive. Socially, it is also much better for the human machine to come to an abrupt halt rather than gradually deteriorating daily. We won't be able to run intelligence tests on millions and millions of people, you can imagine. We will find something or cause it a pandemic that targets certain people, a real economic or not, a virus that will affect the old. It doesn't matter. Whatever. The weak will succumb to it, and the fearful and the stupid will believe it and ask to be treated. We will have taken care to have planned the treatment, a treatment that will be the solution. The selection of idiots will thus be done on its own. They will go to the slaughter on their own. Now, how's that for some hard-hitting truth?
Let me ask you a question. Did you read that from the card directly?
I read that from this post, which I'll try and hold on here so you can see it.
I think I know directly where it's from. It's from an Illuminati card game that you can actually buy on Amazon, and it is like it came out in like 1984.
So let's just say what he's saying is real.
Yeah,
it is real.
Not only that.
What are we gonna do to prepare for that, guys?
Well, we're like I said, as Emperor, you're gonna help me fucking slaughter these oligarchs like fucking
as Emperor. Yeah, I'm gonna be your fucking vice chancellor, whatever the fuck it is, and we're gonna deal with that.
Yeah,
But if that does
exactly.
not happen,
Exactly.
We're gonna,
if that
guys,
doesn't happen, what he said.
guys,
Put the
we're
dick
going
away.
to have
Put your
to
dick
kill
away.
people.
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here and piss in the toilet, and I want you guys to convince me.
No, don't do that. That's
What? You're not gonna see
awful.
my dick?
Cowboy, can you cut off that footage?
No,
Fuck.
don't cut off the footage. I'm gonna fucking.
I'm
pee in
gonna
the
go
toilet.
take a
See my
smoke
dick?
break so I don't have to watch it and
But
be
my dick. I
subjected
want you to
to
focus
this
on. I want you to
if the
to
focus on
this
what,
oh
misandry.
on
cowboy,
what the
cowboy,
Kiwi
you
just
gotta
said.
block the waffler.
Can I say
Hey,
something?
I'm gonna go have a smoke.
I'm not the
He does-
waffler. Can you see
Yeah.
my dick? You can't see
I
my
gotta-
dick.
No,
Why
you can't.
would we want to? What
But
if Cowboy
I
block
don't want
that
you to see my
footage?
dick. You're saying to cut me off. You're not seeing my dick, so let's just
no, I
continue
said
the
cut the
conversation.
waffler off. Bob is the waffler. Cut
Yeah,
Bob
Bob's the
off.
waffler. Cut you off. You ain't gonna cut me off, even though I'm peeing.
Chris, I'll start my
So
own
speaking,
stream and I'll go till fucking 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I
I
just
was
want
going to
to add
say,
on to this gentleman's
hold on, guys.
comment here.
I was going to say, speaking of cutting it off, I think I'm going to cut it off here. We're reaching the 4-hour mark.
Okay, Cowboy.
So-
okay, everybody here, Cowboy, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, so he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
cut it
yeah,
off.
it was a
I want
pleasure.
to continue this shit on my shit. If you guys want to fucking come on my shit,
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck yeah, Flanders, let's do it.
okay.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I like that
Cowboy,
idea. If
Cowboy,
someone,
thank you so much for having us on.
yeah,
today.
yes, it was a pleasure. And again, if someone wants to continue, I know Polska Bob now can stream. I don't know about Chris Mitchell. I know Father Saunders can stream. So if you guys want to,
on right now, guys, do you want to come on my shit? You come on my shit.
If Father Saunders starts a stream, I'm going there. If Bob
Yeah, I'll
starts
go
a
there
stream-
too.
You come on
okay,
Father Saunders
okay.
stream. You
Yeah,
too,
if we
Kiwi.
can, I'm gonna go
if
get
we could
him.
just
You
quickly,
Kiwi, you come on my shit.
I just wanted to
All right,
add
you guys
into
just
this
wanna go-
gentleman's comment about the whole read off that he just did. Where the vaccine fucking ends, these new abortion laws continue. Because when you can legally murder children up to a year old, and I'm going to cover it this weekend.
After they're alive,
Yeah.
that is fucking crazy insane.
A year old, okay?
Everybody in California needs to be killed.
Yes. Well, that's why I said I got to take over Canada, become emperor, and get some goddamn good weapons and go bomb California first. Forget the rest of the U.S. I just want California.
Well, Chris, we have a logistics problem. There's a mountain range between
You have
us
a
and them.
logistics problem. You mean the one that I tried to fucking fucking solidify and fucking get done?
I got two right back. I got
Okay.
all right, boys, I'm ending it now. All you
Cowboy,
gentlemen,
thank
take care. Thank you for joining the stream.
Thank you,
Yep.
Cowboy.
All right, Cowboy. Pleasure, buddy.
Come on,
All
the
the
fucking
All right,
Father
peace out now. Thank you for connecting, Mr. Richard Teale. I very much appreciate it.
You're most welcome, buddy. And looking forward to a one-on-one with you sometime. We can chat on a whole lot of other more personal level things and ins and outs of the whole Mgtow and some of my stuff I've written. But I recommend you guys have a look at my channel. If you haven't seen already, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fast, you know?
Did Cowboy just leave?
I don't. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. All right,
Cowboy
guys.
left his own stream up.
Yeah. He probably had to go too. Righto, guys. I'm out.
All right.
Cheers. Bye.
It's still running.